Maybe don't let it go at that, but there are a lot of...
CB squared has 51 minus degrees of freedom, making...
On the way home, I got hungry and I ate it. We're Americans, and we always like competition, okay? I'm eating, and I'm reading a book, and this waitress comes up.
ASUJF Sebastian 16417.
What can I do for you, Sebastian?
Only Bishop 6 check.
Nonsense. Just a moment. Queen 2, Bishop 6. Ridiculous. Queen. Bishop 6. Right. So the last person, do you think it would? Bishop King 7 checkmate, I think. Got a brain sleep, Sebastian? Uncle Cookies come to woods, huh? Let's discuss this. You better come on, Sebastian. Surprised you didn't come here sooner. It's not an easy thing to meet you. What could he do for you? And then make every day of him. Would you like to be ratified? Stay. Had in mind something a little more radical. What seems to be its problem? Death. Well, I'm afraid that's a little out of my jurisdiction. Your time or life. Fuck off. The facts of life. To make an alteration in the development of an organic life system, a coding sequence cannot be revised once it's been established. Why not? Because by the second day of incubation, any cell that has undergone reversion mutations give rise to reverted colonies like rats leaving the sinking ship. Then the ship sinks. What about EMS recombination? We've already tried it. Methyl, methane, sulfonate is an alkylating agent. Potent mutagen has created a virus so lethal. Subject of death for dead. Then a reclassic protein that blocks the operating cells. Wouldn't obstruct replication, but it does give rise to an area replication so that the newly formed DNA strand carries the mutation and you got a virus again. This is academic. You were made as well as we could make you, but not to last. The light that burns twice as bright burns half as long, and you have burned so very, very brightly wrong. Look at you. You're the prodigal self. You're quite a product. I've done questionable things, also extraordinary things. Reveling at my time. Blessing the god of biomechanics with rituals. $66,000 consternate damage. Made
That's true.
Well, Jeebus there. I didn't notice that was push on it. Welcome, everybody. And devious fire eater. All right, folks, there we go with another one of my silly videos of me doing stuff and things. Excuse me, pardon me. Let's go ahead and bring in our co-hosts, our guests, and then we'll say hello to the side of my chats, and then we will get in to the insanity that I have brought for all of yous. So here we blow. Let's bring in. Oh shit! Let's do the intro-y thingy bobbers. I forgot.
Disclaimer: the views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers, commentators, experts, and/or hosts. They do not explicitly or necessarily reflect nor represent the channel's policy or the views held by this channel or broadcaster. The broadcaster or its channel cannot be held accountable for all or any views expressed during this program.
It's just like Killer Cop 4, but she's got Hema instead of fry cook balls. I need you, Action Bastard. Action Bastard, I need you. Action Bastard, I need you. Why am I wasting time dancing?
You want to know why? Because the world is fucking flat, dog. And everything that you see up there, as far as like planets or stars, yeah, guess what, dude? It's fucking fake. It's just lights up there. The government put those lights up there so you dummies could just act like there's something up there.
Wait a second, are you a flat earther?
Call a crackhead. You're stupid. Yeah.
Man, what? What? Oh. What was in this shit?
I'm gonna play it again, even though I think it played on here all.
You dumbass!
You dumbass! All right. Here we blow. Let's bring in our co-hosts and then everybody else, and of course, this is everybody's favorite.
But some people without brains do an awful lot of talking, don't they?
Yes, I guess you're right.
And there's our brainless. How are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. But yeah, like I'm everybody's favorite what? Asshole, dumbass,
brainless.
Yeah. Oh yeah, brainless. Yeah, okay. I guess.
The only thing we don't have that we need to do in the near future is we need to put up a fair use thingamabobber. So that's one of the next things that we need to do. Technically, like, I'm not getting copyright claimed. That is something else that we do need to say when we do these things, is the fair use stuff. Anyways, let's bring in our guests. And hopefully there's a couple other people in the Cyberman chats that can join us. And if not, we totally understand. But let's go ahead and say hello to everybody with their intros, starting with... Okay, there we go. How's
the doggy responded to the truck.
That's why I thought it would be fun. Yeah. Well, it was the horn being honked to the guy coming out of the water, and then it was the dog howling to the honking. So I thought that it kind of all went along together. So how is everybody doing today, tonight, wherever you are in the world?
I'm getting stoned.
Good. And Al, once again.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to be talking over people. I'm still feeling a little rough, but I'm getting my the removal procedures happening on Thursday, so I'm hoping for things to get better that day. I just want to say it's so hot here, I don't know what to do. It's ridiculous. I'm gonna have to start wearing a mankini out here.
What is it? What 1 degree above zero?
Yeah,
it's exactly. It's well, I mean, usually like anything in the single digits above zero, I consider pretty mild, but it's 18 degrees Celsius.
That's fucking warm, yeah.
Which is fucking ridiculous for March.
That's fucking nice.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's shorts and t-shirt weather.
Can somebody translate that to the
dumb American? I don't know how to translate it, but it's like it's over 40.
Somebody help the dumb American.
64.
Yeah, 80 room temperature.
8 degrees Celsius definitely. Is 47.
That is and like especially if there's not a lot of wind, a little sun, that is awesome weather.
That's disc golf weather, guys. Have you gone disc golfing yet, Al?
Have I got which?
Have you gone disc golfing?
Disc golfing? No. I know you keep telling me I should try it.
Well, I'm thinking about being in Ontario the end of May, early part of June. Maybe I'll come by and show you how to go disc golf.
All right, sounds like a plan. I don't know. Yeah, I might be there at that time. Yeah, I think. Yeah. You said May or June, right?
I'm also hoping you might have a spare bedroom to put me up in for a night or two too.
Well, I don't have a spare bedroom, but we might be able to put you up in on the couch in the basement.
Okay.
Awesome.
I think if I start kicking kids out of their room, I'll be in big trouble.
Yeah, no, don't do that. But that would be awesome to see you both together and playing frisbee
you know what?
golf.
If we can get together, we'll get together. I have no idea. I'm trying to figure out what's going on with a bunch of stuff I got to do in this spring. But May has some stuff, but June. The only problem with May and June is that is when my life starts to get really busy. We work like at least 5 or 6 days a week, and we work long hours every day. That makes it really hard once the warm weather hits us. But I noticed my employer started. They've got a couple of the trailers that are older and worn out. They've got them going in for like repairs and paint jobs and stuff. They're getting ready. They're making use of the slow time to get some overhauls done.
Well, hopefully y'all can get connected together and hang out. There is a huge rumor, but the government will not let us tell everybody yet, that somebody may be coming here to the Americas in the next month or so. I think is what I was pretending.
Somebody?
I can't.
Yeah.
I can't. We can't say.
No.
The CIA and FBI told me.
Yeah. We'll
say that yet.
But the stream will. Yeah. No. Shut the fuck up. Shut up.
Okay.
All right.
Nobody
You're
heard
saying-
that. No
as
fucking
soon
body
as-
Are
heard
you
that.
saying? Are you saying
Nobody
that
heard that.
Trump's invited Putin to come for a sleepover?
No,
Maybe.
that would that we could talk. We could
Slip,
talk
slip.
about that.
That's not.
I know.
We'll talk
I know,
about
I'm
this
done.
later.
This will be
after
much
it
worse
happens.
than that. This
Yeah,
will be
no,
much
we'll,
worse
we'll
than that.
talk about it later. But just letting everyone know, there's a secret thingy happening, hopefully in the next couple months, and we'll tell you all when it actually happens because I don't think we're going to talk about it before. But as soon as it happens, it's going to be amazing. And then we're hoping also that the mamas and a handful of us can all meet in July for our birthdays because it's Skitsma Crasher's birthday.
Oh, yeah.
Mama and my birthday are the same day, and we're hoping to get like 8 of us together for our birthdays in one place and have a celebration. I know that's months off, but anyways.
Yeah, it's a super cool idea, though. I hope that works out.
Yeah, let's say hello.
You guys will do a stream.
No, that's exactly what we're gonna do. No, we're we're totally gonna do content and stuff and like have a barbecue or something. And if we can get like the security monitor list, well, anyways, we'll see who
they'll be making content. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Yeah, well, security is probably going to be gone to wherever. So it's going to be Mango and the rest of us probably. But anyways, we'll get into that. Let's say hello to the side of my chats right quick. We have the Tiny McCaptains, and they said hello and goodbye because they are going to go to sleep because they're catching a ferry in the morning to catch a flight to Norway. And Norway's not a real place. I'm just kidding. I had to say it as a joke.
Totally a real place. It's like
Well, I was making the joke about how Australia is not a real place, says the flat earthers, but I was making a joke, obviously. So right quick,
for most Americans, anything not in America and not Canada or Mexico doesn't exist.
Exactly, because we have a horrible education system. Anyways, everybody say hello to look at the trees.
Today's stream.
Hello.
Yeah.
The
demon
Did
orbs.
Dog get a
We got
chance to say hello.
Yeah, you get a chance to
okay. I feel like all
Did
you
we
are
pass
like
you
talking
over,
about
Dog?
golf.
I
feel
hope
bad. I feel like
I didn't say hi, no, but that's all right. I'm just
give
feeling.
Dog a chance to say hello.
Go ahead and say hello, Dog.
Well, considering I'm the guy on the outside looking in, to American democracy, I'm pretty up with it. But I'm just vaping and drinking beer. I'm doing all right. And hello, side chat.
Awesome. The great thing about this is I'm the only American here, so you all get to take the piss out of me and America on this.
You are the only American in the panel.
And yeah, so Americans, come on back. You're high enough. Shut up. You're high enough.
This is,
and that's why. Hey, the mangoes. Hey, Reader of Pain. Hey, the mangoes. If you can join us, let us know, and you just join us if you can.
Yeah. I think mangoes.
Let's see. And we have What the Becks. Yeah, I was hoping that Mama was here and maybe a couple of Americans, but actually, I think this is going to be more fun unless I don't mind if more, but I think it's going to be fun to have non-Americans watching this so you can actually let us know how stupid the idiocracy is of us pretending to be a democracy.
I'm looking up a pellet cleanser that I saved earlier.
No, please do that. What the Beck?
First? Is it that bad?
Hey, what the Beck? Liam, Slim. I was just watching
Liam. How am I gonna get that? I can't keep up with everybody. I'm saying hello to everybody like preemptively.
We just do a blanket hello. But I'm going to personally say that, and then just like we always say, if you put something interesting in the side chat, I will say it out loud. You have a very tiny home not far from there. I don't know where you're saying there is, but anyways, because that reference that was minutes ago. But anyways, we're all going to meet up eventually for sure. Even I'm going to eventually get to Canada and do a tour through there, and hopefully I can meet all of you folks. And then also I'll eventually get to the Europes as well, and I will hopefully meet everybody as well. But the reader says,
I'll pick you up from the airport, dude.
Yeah, I'm down for that for sure. So I'm getting very close to that. And the other thing is I'm still getting very, very close to leasing an RV. And once I have an RV, I will meet you all for sure. I'll just drive across the country in like 6 months or something and just meet everybody and do shows all over the country, because getting shows is not really that hard for me at this point in time. If there's a large fair, festival, or convention and it's like a weird theme, I can be like, hey, do you need a sword swallower? Pay me this much money, or get me like time at the HOA camp, or blah blah blah. If I had an RV and a beer per diem and food, and normally they do that shit for me at this point in time. So, anyways, Slim, I just watched the clip of Steve-O interviewing Chris Angel on his stunt about being hung by hooks as he was lifted by a helicopter. It was super insane. Yeah. That was very, very insane. And I have watched a handful of, if you've never seen somebody bungee jump with hooks in their back, search that bullshit. That shit's fucking insane.
Nope. That sounds not quite right.
No, it's not. And I know I've watched and I know about all of the new insane body modifications and thingy-mabobbers, because if I don't find it on my own research, I have my friends who are like, Slim, did you see when homie did this? And they're like, here's the video of them being dragged by a tractor by their hooks in the back or some weird shit. It's like I'm in on the seat. Everybody tells me about this shit. So anyways, let's get finished with this right quick. Hello, left-handed Jedi.
Hey, Jedi.
Jedi?
Are you left-handed as a Jedi because the other hand got cut off? Never mind. Never mind.
There might have been a sword fighting incident. I've never asked left-handed Jedi that. I chat with them all the time, and I've never asked how they ended up losing the right hand.
Yeah, my brain.
Well, he can just be left-handed.
Just left-handed, yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
like,
hey, come on, like with most. I'm right-handed with mostly. But like when I'm wielding my my lightsaber, I'm wielding it with my left. Never mind.
Okay, well,
TMI.
I forgot that some people are left-handed. I just assumed it was an amputation.
I'm left-handed. No, I'm left-handed, but then my brain just thought, oh, well, what if they became left-handed, and that's why they're naming themselves but they had to become a left-handed.
There are some famous in the canon of the Star Wars universe. There are some famous Jedis who were amputated in battle, etc. So
and so that's
that
I was making.
Did you know that all samurais are forced to be right-handed?
Yes, they are, because
I did not know that.
sword. Everything is made for right-handedness. The blade and the different swords they have. No.
The main reason for it is because whenever they're walking down the street and they happen to be crossing across narrow bridges and stuff like that, right? Left, like, and they there was always like, it's the same thing as driving down the road. You always drive on the right side or drive on the left side, depending where you're at. It was the same thing with crossing all these bridges. You always had to cross on a certain side. And the problem was, if a left-handed and right-handed samurai crossed a bridge going in opposite directions at the same time, their sword blades would clash as they're walking across the bridge, because they'd be on the same side on the inside. And that would cause a fight.
So
right? So they forced all the samurais to be right-handed as a result from that, when they realized that was going on. So.
Yeah, and the thing that people don't realize during a samurai fight is there's actually not blades ever touching. It's either this slash happens or that slash, or there's a shield, or it hits the body armor that they're wearing at the time. Literally, they're not supposed to ever hit blades together.
Blade.
Correct? Yeah, it's never technically.
There are parries. There are still parries, but it's a lot more rare.
It's like a Ghostbusters type thing. Like you don't cross.
It's so easy to damage the blades when you do blade to blade like that, right? So
and it's mainly like one or two cuts and then the fight's over. And but once again, they do have shields and they do have body armor. So it matters on how wealthy the samurai is to how upgraded their body armor is also as well. If you have stuff made out of hay and or plant material, and then somebody actually has a metal sheathing or something like that, then they're gonna have the upper advantage a little bit. But anyways, so yes, please make me
is that a thing then, Slim? Or I don't know if it was Ollie or Chuck who said it.
What?
It's that if you touch a blade with another samurai, you have to fight because, to be fair,
no, it's not a have to thing.
Well,
it's
yeah,
not a have to thing. It was just that it's so easy in the culture to insult a samurai that the sheath swords, if the sheaths happen to bang together as they're crossing across the bridge, one or both of them would take insult and offense at that, and it would cause a fight.
Yeah.
Maybe they should have learned how to be a little less touchy instead of just learning how to cut each other's heads off with a blade.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm just saying it's an option.
So, yeah, some emperor back in the day decided no, all samurais will be trained to be right-handed and are required to carry their swords on their left hip.
Well, just because you carry it on your left hip doesn't mean you couldn't yank it out and switch to the other hand.
Oh yeah,
No,
that's
not. But what they're trying to get at is that was this silly little rule that it was that you couldn't touch each other.
Left-handed samurais actually have a bit of an advantage over right-handed samurais if they learn to fight right-handed, because the power comes from their left side, and suddenly it's on the better pivot point, and they can apply even more power when they're striking with the blade. Well, so if they learn, right?
Well, and
if they learn that trick.
And the other thing is, if they were able to be switch-handed, which I learned how to do with baseball, you could fuck somebody up because you can start swinging with your right, pull it out with the right, and you do a couple things. And if you guys miss each other and you keep going, then you just throw it in your left hand, and homie's just like, I'm screwed. What? And then that would give you enough time to just take out your opponent or whatever. So anyways, right quick, what I want to say before we get into this, and we can sit here for talking about samurais for a gazillion years, because obviously we have a little bit enough information to speak about it. But yes, please make me drink the thingy-mabobbers. If you want to send it to the mangoes, just she'll let me know when to do the shots. So it's $5 for the pink, and I have the blue, which I fucking hate. So it's $10 for the blue. And once again, Mango, I need to message you before I buy this stuff, because I was like, yeah, the blue is what I like. And I bought it, and I came home and I sat down. I was like, fuck, dude. Oh my God, I fucking hate the blue. Anyway.
Slim.
You've done that so many times, dude.
I know.
You're just doing this to yourself.
Slim.
Well,
do you like having blue balls? Do you like having blue balls?
I think something.
Do you like the pink? Do you like the pink? Yes.
Yes, and that's why I should.
So think of blue balls and the pink.
Yes,
you could get a tattoo.
I know.
You get a tattoo of those little bottles, and you could have an X over the blue one, and that could be your whole tattoo. That would be awesome.
I literally could do that, and that's why I have some tattoos on my wrists. But anyways,
some of them are just reminders.
No, I keep forgetting because I'm dumb. Well, I have reminders of certain things on my wrists that I'm not going to talk about right now.
He doesn't have left and right on his hands.
No, I totally don't have LNR tattooed on my freaking hands right here.
Well, if you look at your hand, the one that's on the left does make an L.
No, I know, but the thing is also my real name is LNR.
Okay.
So literally, I have my initials tattooed on my hand right there, and this is left and that's right.
Wow.
So it was, and the other thing is, it was a joke between my mom and I when we would go on road trips. I would be the passenger and I'd be reading the map, and I go, Mom, at the next exit, go left, or at the next street light, next stop sign, go left, and she would always turn right. And she would get so mad, and she's like, damn it, one of these days I'm just going to get LNR tattooed on my knuckles, so when I'm driving, I can see exactly which one. So it's instead of getting a mom tattoo, this is my mom tattoo, and it's my initials, and my mom loves it.
Awesome.
It's stupid, but it's got 3 different meanings inside of having Eleanor tattooed on my outer knuckles or whatever. So yeah.
Well, that's awesome.
So if anybody could throw some money to the mangoes, again, I will do shots. If she gets sent the monies for the thingy mabobbers, they're 20 short for stuff and things. So please help that out.
And
if we
she
could get
really, she can
more,
really use it.
Yeah, of course. And if we can give her a little bit more, that'd be even more awesome as well. And then I don't have to hook it on the street corner, and then Lizard doesn't have to spend more time in the middle stall. So, anyways, let's get into. I think we said hello to everybody. If there's somebody we'd not said hello to, please let us know.
Did we say do Jasper?
Jasper.
Jasper.
Hey, Jasper.
Hey, Jasper. Okay,
Jasper
okay.
came in
Hey, Jasper.
later.
There we go.
Hey, Jasper.
I feel like there was somebody that I wanted to make sure that they were
salutated.
Is Look at Trees a mod?
No, not yet. Not yet.
Okay, well, I want to do that.
Look at the trees. It's cool. You can wrench them up.
Yeah. Well,
I'll vouch for them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
All right.
I wanted to make sure that they will be if they hasn't been did. So let's go ahead. I'm just going to do that right quick. Then we will blow on to the. Oh crap! I can't see that.
Look at the trees has something in common with you, Slim. They really like sharp blades.
Yes, I know.
I didn't know if you do that.
Yeah, I think
you've had the conversation. All right.
Yeah. Trees, if you're here, go ahead and post something in the side of my chats, and then I will make sure that you are modded. And I think everybody else that we already know is.
Yeah.
I like to have all of our friends and people that we trust be modded, rather than having no mods.
Yeah, no, and like if everybody is modded, like we can also do
we don't have as much problems with that.
Just in a side chat without YouTube blocking it, because if you're mod, the filters don't apply.
Yeah, and that too.
Most filters don't apply.
Well, aren't okay. Maybe they don't, but they are a member, right?
They're green. Yeah, that's right.
Okay, well, so thank you for
also
sending that.
The ability of putting flares in a timeout is it's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, and when we used to have the porn bombs, it was awesome to have everybody be a mod because they'd only lasted milliseconds, and then the fucking porn bomb was.
That's indeed quite a lot of fun, Doggo. I can put you in timeout.
Thanks.
Okay, so anyways, so left-handed Jedi sent a $10, so I'm gonna drink a blue for that. The pestle with the poison is in the flagon with the dragon. The brew that is true is the chalice from the palace. Drink whatever you want. Thank you. And that was a tongue full. I don't know. I don't know what else to say about that 100%.
Did Jedi send the poem as well?
Yeah, that's why I read it.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it was left-handed Jedi that sent the poem.
I have to figure everything out by sound.
Yeah, no, I know, brother.
The same way I drive by Braille.
Yeah, the only way I'm gonna say something like that is if somebody paid for that to be put up.
Yeah, you think he comes up with that by himself?
Well, yeah,
no, I'm not that smart.
He has that other thing he does where he tries to say cheers in every language.
That's very true. I do say weird things in a weird way.
So I just thought maybe you're mixing it up, like that. That was the first, and I was like, oh no, Jedi sent that along because you've never said that before with the drink. So
okay, I'm gonna see. Let's see. I believe that. Oh, never mind. Okay. How do I? Well, hold on. Give me just a second. There we go. Okay. You are now left-handed Jedi. You are now a blue with a wrench as well. So there we go.
You turned from green to blue. Woohoo!
There we go.
But
Thank you so much for the 10.
Your little thing, right? Like you get a thing beside your wrench. That'll work.
Yeah. I believe you still see. I think there's
whatever. Yeah. The icon behind your name still stays.
That's from the movie Court Jester. Okay. It almost sounded familiar, but I wasn't 100% sure like where it was from. I almost thought it was like The Hobbit or something like that, like the original books. But anyway,
it sounded something Disney. It sounded something Disney related to me, to tell you the honest truth. I can't remember what it was
Christ, from. God damn it. Okay, let me figure out a way to fucking open this. It's not being as openable as I wanted. Yes, Dog is an awesome addition, and we're so grateful to have him back. Because like 6 months ago, you were on all the time, and then you had to kind of bow out, and then now having you back is amazing. We love you being here, Dog.
Yeah, I had to concentrate on rehabilitation, but yeah, my health has let me down the last few years, so
it's important to look after yourself.
Well, hey,
yeah,
absolutely, yeah. So learning to walk again.
A few things myself.
Learning to walk again was a tough one. Although I can't walk far, and I need aids to walk. Yeah. I can still. Otherwise, I am bound in a wheelchair forever.
Before. Well,
yeah.
You know what? Moving from one to the other is that's quite an accomplishment.
I don't know. I quite like sitting in a wheelchair. It's easy.
Well, I guess but you know what? It's also hard to push up against that and do what's hard to regain your mobility to whatever level you can, and that's something to be lauded. If you're able to do it and you've worked towards that, that's amazing.
To be fair, I've been losing. That's why I got myself a treadmill. You know, I have it on the lowest setting, 0.6 miles an hour, and one leg is dragging behind me. But I use it because I'm losing muscle mass in my legs, and if I lose that, I'll lose a lot of independence. If I can't stand at a sink and wash dishes or cook for myself, that will. So I need to sort of just try and keep moving, which is cool. I'm happy about that. But there's a lot of people worse off than me.
Definitely. But you said the magic word, and I have to do this really quick. Cheers, bro. Salute, Solange. Cheers. Skull, all of the above. Tap on the thing. Here we go. You said the magic word, so here we have to play this, Dog.
To be fair. To be fair.
To be fair.
To be fair.
To be fair.
To be fair.
To be fair.
To be fair. To be fair.
I need to stop saying that. That isn't my vocabulary.
No, but you make it so that we can play that at least. So that's what makes
Yeah. I'm an easy target. I get it.
No, not you. Just that's the greatest freaking thing to play.
There's a sexy motherfucker in the side chat.
Oh,
you know who I'm talking about.
I know, but hold on. Jesus Christ. We also have the captive desk. Hey, captive desk.
Captive desk.
Hey, Dave.
And then we now have this Get Some Crasher, and of course we have to play their. I'm gonna play both, but I'm gonna play their commercial first. I haven't played it in so long. I had to.
Yeah, the cut needs to get on here again.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Let's get into the Idiocracy. I know, ouch. And the kitty was okay. Let's get into the Idiocracy that we have for today. And it is how America a failed democracy? So here we go.
It's a dumb democracy.
The American system of democracy is still very much an experiment.
Democracy has been somewhat discredited.
That system, it is the most successful democratic system the world has I think, ever seen.
I experienced America.
No. Citation needed for that motherfucker. But anyways,
I agree. I think America's got a great democratic system. It's broken a little bit at the moment, but that's just Trumpism. And the threat of civil war, because then people just do not care. They want a dictatorship. They want to be an authoritarian in charge. And I don't think, as long as you still have your freedom, democracy isn't failed. It might be a little bit bruised and dented, but
I think it's more capitalism in the America has failed us, not democracy itself.
The only thing that's failed in America is education, to be honest. You've got these Republicans now closing down libraries and taking out any books that's got any gayism in it at all. Well, apart from the Bible, of course, there's no gayism in now. There's loads of gayism in the Bibles, but they'll never remove that.
Well, I believe there has been 2 states now where they have, if not gotten the Bible taken out of schools, or they have they're taking it up to a higher court. But yeah, the idiocracy of book burning or taking books out of schools is hilariously silly.
The only best thing you'll have with libraries, with the Bible, is if it's the only win you'll get is when it's put on the fiction section of the library, next to Lord of the Rings or The Hobbit or Harry Potter books.
Yeah, no, but the fun thing is, like, at one point they were like also where we're protesting, and the guy asked, like, yeah, like, I know this book where like 2 daughters get their dad drunk and have sex with him. What do you think? Should that book be in schools? No, of course not. That's horrible.
Yeah, that's Leviticus or whatever the fuck it is, or whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Fact,
I know I misquoted it. Yeah. Just like I was saying to the street preacher Friday night. So if you're pro-life, is God pro-life and Jesus? Yeah, of course. Well, then why did he kill everybody on earth to make the ark and the great flood and blah, blah, blah? Every woman that was pregnant was murdered in God's eyes.
Why does the Bible
tell you how to give an abortion?
Yeah.
Yeah. If the spouse is a cheater, and that's like the kind of weird loophole, but it doesn't matter. It still gives you a way to do this.
Yeah.
But anyways,
but then say no fucking exception.
Yeah.
Well, that's how America's becoming. You know, there's girls now being forced to have their rapist baby. It's becoming religion has got its fingers too deep in the tills of America.
Yeah, and that is not even the worst situation. There is women that are pregnant that if they carry the baby to term, the mom will most definitely die. And the baby will definitely still be dead, will not be born alive, and the mom will have a high fucking risk of dying, like a 99% risk of dying.
We were seeing in the Americas a downturn in birth mortality rates until Roe versus Wade flipped, and now we're actually seeing an upturn in mortality rates between children. I mean, the new being born and or the whole process of getting pregnant and all that stuff. And that's what was so fucking trippy to me when I was talking to that street preacher. I had four college ladies that didn't understand the concept of their own body. Like, I was telling them stuff they didn't know about, like the mortality rate of births in the Wild West. I like using that because that was one of the hardest times when we did not have enough access to anything. You were in the middle of buttfuck nowhere. There was not any kind of medical equipment. When that's comparatively to what we have now, what's better? Us just letting fucking things happen and or helping. The other thing I said was, why would God keep letting this happen so often? If we're playing let's say this is a set up video game per se that God has made for us, right? We're put here to be tested for a certain amount of years to make sure we're worthy to spend eternity inside his arsehole, pretty much, right? Well, why do things not last enough long? How many video games have you ever played to where you win if you accidentally die? Right? Like, what are you talking about? Like, why don't things live to a certain length of time? Or why do we only have, let's say, 20 to 40, 60 years to play a game that we get eternity as the end goal? That doesn't make any sense. How am I going to learn what real life is in a handful of years, right? That doesn't make sense. And then like, say I'm a 12-year-old and I killed a bunch of fucking animals because, like, my brain isn't developed enough to understand what's the difference. And then I go in front of a Gabriel at the gates or whatever the fuck, right? Like, that doesn't make any sense. None of this makes any sense for it to be a thought out thing for that religion, at least. And then the more fucked up thing, I'm gonna say one more thing right quick before we get further into this, is they get to repent after they do a bunch of fucked up shit. And that's the fucking reason they love this religion in the America so much, is I can go I can go kill, I can molest, I can do wrong things, steal, lie, and cheat. But as soon as I'm done doing that, all I have to do is say, oh my God, Jesus, I'm so sorry I did that. I won't ever molest my younger daughter no more, right? What does he do the next day or a week later? Goes and does it again. But as long as they believe that they can keep repenting for these things, it doesn't matter. And same with, like, I see some of these, like, serial killers and or killers do as well, is I know it's mental disease, mental things with those people, but same difference, right? Well, if I did this, then it's going to be this, and then I can get out of this because I did it to save their soul from this. And you're like, oh my, it's pretty much the same. Exactly, captive desk. It's a pseudo get out of jail free card. Like, well, Jesus, I know that I killed all of those women and buried them in shallow graves, and all those people, those families don't get to have them no more. But I repented right before they stuck the needle in my arm and put me to death. Yeah,
well, this is a theist's go-to, isn't it? The theist will say, on your deathbed, an atheist will always go to God. But that works the other way. On a theist deathbed, they'll always turn to science.
Yeah,
so fuck them.
Yeah, no.
That's a good point.
Instead of being like, Jesus, save me, it's like, no, get the cancer out of me. No, surgeon, make sure I don't die. Please, EMT, help me. But same difference. And the thing that I hate is, I believe this is a complete misconception in multiple cases where they're like, Anton LaVey supposedly said that he repented and he went to Jesus before he died, which there's no fucking way that happened. And then the godfather of evolution, what's his name, and a handful of other people. But remember, the other thing is if you are so out of it that you're about ready to die, who knows what your brain is thinking? So maybe you just cling on to that last fucking weird gleam of hope that you only know because it's been pounded in your head, and you were told your whole entire life to ask forgiveness before you die. maybe that's the only thing that you clinged on to. Maybe nobody is even knowing what they're saying during that time, other than that's what you were told to do. You literally, all of us in the Americas, we were raised saying, right before you die, make sure you repent, because then you get to go to heaven. And you're like, all right, well,
Imagine being the paramedic attending that worm Kenneth Copeland's heart attack and saying to, oh, he's clutching his chest and just saying, well, God obviously wants that for you, you twat. That was, good thoughts, good stuff.
Exactly. And the other twat whistle ass shit that these cunts don't, the extremist versions, because once again, if you are just a normal person in these religions or believe in these and you just go on your day doing things, that's not what we're talking about. But like people like him,
the people who are big drifters are like, like he's a bad, like, did you see the interview where they're like that lady was like giving him the gears about how much money he's got and how many planes he's got and all that kind of stuff?
When he's like hanging over the door of the fucking limo right before he gets on
something like that, or and they're like,
is that the one where he says I won't get on a plane because it's full of demons?
Yeah, well, he's trying to roll that back. He didn't want to get on the demon plane.
Well, and then what he does is he points at her and goes, I never said that. You never say that. It's like, motherfucker. That's
I had to punch his lights out there and then.
Well, I tell you, he's a bit of a, I don't know. He looks like he's been holding on to the same ring Gollum was holding on to. That's all I can say.
No, that's exactly what it is. And the ring of Gollum is a thing, which is riches, right? It's just like the same thing. And that's what he is. He's like, my precious, look at how much money I can get, and look at how much thing I can get through figuring out that what I can do through. Yeah, he said, how can I be on a long tube filled with demons?
And it's pure exploitation of the vulnerable. The average. Sorry, dog. Go ahead.
I was just saying it's pure exploitation of the vulnerable. All of them, televangelists or whatever you want to call them. This evangelical movement is just basically, it's just basically picking on the.
And the average follower is not so. They may say some terrible things, but I think the average follower is a good person doing what they think is right.
But unfortunately,
because of their upbringing, but they're getting taken advantage of majorly.
Yeah, but unfortunately, these twat whistles, they will say you will get rich by giving the fucking monies to the church, and that's not how that fucking works. Throwing more money to God is not going to help you, you weirdo.
Yeah,
why does God need money?
The whole
it's
universe,
eternal.
but he just. Well, I know, but he forgot to put any American cash in his wallet. I mean, we got to help him out.
Sure, totally. But if there was a ghee or there was a fucking thing up there, again, I don't know if it is or not, but if there was one that was for the church, it would be getting them money somehow. Somehow they would get free land. There would be ways for them to blah 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 instead of asking fucking retirees for their fucking $600 fucking check that they get from the government because they worked their whole entire life and now they're giving it back into the church. And what are they getting out of it other than they have to eat fucking cat food to stay alive because all their money gets put back into the fucking church because they've been scammed into believing.
And they can't even tell us when they find out that the whole thing's a scam because they're dead.
Yeah.
And yes, tax the church. That's what we need to do.
There should be a religion tax. I'm not saying like an income tax, but there should be at least 10%.
Well, you don't need to tax the people giving. You can just tax the religions for everything. Just open up a religion, pay tax.
The other thing is you're supposed to be giving to the poor, the hungry, the masses and stuff, and that's supposedly why you're not supposed to. We need to tax them based on how much
whatsoever.
Explain the Vatican City to me if we're supposed to be giving to the poor.
Oh, don't get me started on the Vatican. That's a genuine be that.
But anyways, in
no
the
pun
Americas,
intended.
So that's where we definitely should be taxing them. If they're giving a crap ton of money actually to organizations that help the homeless, the needy, the weary, the poor, the tired, the cold, then cool. But that's the thing is the $2.5 million last year that he supposedly Kenneth Copeland put in to helping those charities, there's not enough information, and it's very whitewashed to like where that actually went. So it's like, is any money going to any of those motherfucking things? And if we actually had to tax them, then we'd know all that information, and then we could actually throw them in jail and or catch them in their fucking fake game.
You can tell an honest pastor because the communities around them thrive because they give back to the communities, and these televangelists just rake in money. And you got your Ken Ham and his Ark Encounter, which it's the most ridiculous place on earth, I think.
Oh man.
But it's like
he tried to double dip on the government and got in big trouble for it. So he tried to reel that all back in. But
he was in prison for
that's Kent. That's Kent with the Dino part. This is but Ken Ham. I'm not saying he's a good person. I don't think he went to jail, but he did get in tax trouble because he was playing games with it. The other guy just wasn't paying any at all. Like Ken was trying to pay zero. But he flipped it back. Yeah. Then the other guy, Kent, he actually just didn't pay anything and then gave everything to his son and then got mad when his son didn't give it back. Like I think his son ain't no great person, but I think he realized his father wasn't a good person to learn from.
Well, he's still doing all those fucking videos. But anyways,
none of them are. Any religion is teaches fear, ball control.
Yeah, of course.
It does. The hate cults.
Yeah, they're selling a pyramid scheme that doesn't even have. There's not even any cheap soap to buy.
Exactly.
Cheap soap. Oh my. That's an Amway joke, right?
Yeah, it's an Amway joke. That is an Amway joke. Yes. It's the worst pyramid MLM ever. There's not even any crappy soap.
Fuck.
All right, so here we blow. Let's go a little.
I
let's
remember
go
going to one of those meetings back in like 2002 and just, this is a fucking pyramid scheme. Out the door.
Scheme, you know what though? Like if you don't know, and people and you talk to just the people that only show it to you one way, it's easy to get your head turned around and say like, what the hell? You know?
Totally. Anyways,
there's got to be a record, Slim. Like. We're almost an hour in and we haven't even got 1 minute in.
We're 26 seconds in.
Wait a second. Did we get to say Happy World Obesity Day to everybody yet?
Oh, no, we have not done that. Go ahead and do that right quick.
Happy World Obesity Day, everybody.
Happy WOD Day.
Happy WOD.
Happy WOD.
I know I do. It's easy. It's so easy for that to happen. Anyway, so let's blow on to this.
That I could have created from nothing where I am today.
This isn't the land of the free. That hasn't been the experience of many people.
There is an existential threat in the world right now.
We're facing one of the great ideological battles of our time.
Global democracy really depends on a strong American democracy.
The way that democracies die today is not the way it died 50 or 60 years ago. We usually think of a violent takeover, seizure of power. Today, the dominant way in which democracies die is much more subtle.
Really, populists rise to power through election.
It's not easy. Democracy is hard.
We have to fight for it.
Yeah,
Trump's your problem at the moment.
Dark money and a handful of other things, but sure, totally. And that's definitely in what's scary. And the reason why we're going over a lot of these things is because of that fact. I did not want to get so political about most of this stuff. I wanted to just talk about flat earth and hollow earth and shit. But because of how insane this is getting, I'm like, God damn it, we have to get into this. And why did that not change? I totally clicked on this before. There we go. What the hell? That was weird. Anyways. So let's blow on further with
Liam
this.
makes a good point, although sarcastic. Makes a good point, although sarcastic. It's a good point.
Allowing people to be that rich and not use their cash to get their own ideology invested in government is purely naivety. Yes. Well, the problem is there's dark money, and then just like you can throw money at whoever you want to get whatever politician or congressman or whatever to do whatever you want, and then like money just runs this crazy country, and it's insane because it's just like
in God
so
you
unregulated.
trust.
Yeah. Well, in cash, it's bought, right? Like you're
in God we trust to buy it.
I will never say that we have it better, but the idea that you have political action committees like these things where you can literally, as long as you say you bought the politician, it's okay to buy them. That's super weird to me.
Yes, but there's still not enough transparency between how much money is funneled into where and what and how,
and not enough demand from the electorate to increase the transparency. And I know Robin Williams said this years ago. Like politicians should wear like a suit like a NASCAR driver so they know who bought and paid for them. And I've said that many times. It's damn true. They should.
It's like an idiocracy. That's pretty much how that is.
Yeah, I watched that movie when you told me about it, and it is like an amazing reflection of what goes on.
What does Frito keep saying? Eat Carl's Jr. or something like that. And he's like, why do you keep saying that? He's like, because I get paid every time I say it, fool.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't get the phrase living life in the pursuit of happiness. Why can't you just be happy anyway? What do you have to pursue happiness?
It was
because NASCAR's a race, dog.
I know NASCAR, yeah.
Yeah. No, that was just a joke about the pursuit of happiness. You got to keep on racing around in circles.
Finish line.
Oh, you don't want to hit the finish line. That's the worst thing you could do.
Well, that's when you pray for signs.
Then you got to talk to that St. Peter guy that Slim was mentioning earlier. You can't be happy there.
Yeah.
See, also you can't be a politician in America without believing in a God or saying you believe in a God.
Oh yeah,
Trump doesn't believe in God.
Yeah, there's no anarchists, there's no atheists, there's no satanic.
No, and being something other than Christian does not do you a lot of good either. Like, so there's so much like absolutely unveiled hatred towards anyone outside of the Christian religion in American politics.
Yes, but we luckily do have a couple of Muslim people in higher positions.
Yeah, but
they're still hated as fuck. And
they've been called out in horrible ways, like in your houses of government, and the same shit goes on here. It's ever so slightly more subtle, but not much.
Yeah,
and the same shit goes on here, and it's wrong. Anyway, I know that
let's get
derailed really bad. We might have to.
Let's get into. We all know what democracy is, right? Like we understand that concept.
Yeah.
We don't need to hear about that. So let's get into. Yes. So let's get into the Oedipus Nunum. I know I'm butchering that, but this part of it.
If you take a nickel or dime from your pocket and look at it, you'll see the words e pluribus unum, from many, one. In other words, it's the idea that many people come together to make a nation. But does many mean everyone? Unfortunately, it didn't begin that way in the United States.
White man.
When we started, we started imperfectly.
As far as whether it was perfect or not, it was absolutely perfect as long as you were an established, propertied white male, and in some states a member of a certain religion. Now, if you weren't in the...
Did he just say what it was perfect, whether it was perfect or not?
It was perfect if you were part of certain group.
He said it. He said it in. He said it incorrectly,
or wrong.
The way that
he said it wrong. Yeah.
The way that he said it was like weird. So what he meant, or the better way to put it is, if you were not a rich white man with a white wig on, or had that status, your life was not perfect. You had to work for everything, blah, blah, blah. But if you were a rich white man with a white wig and could powder your face, then you had everything and you could do whatever the fuck you wanted. You literally could just like shoot people down, and there's no rules, no laws that were against you because you were making them per se.
Yeah, no, and like and what also happened was like if somebody would, for instance, rape someone, then they'll blame one of their slaves for it.
Yeah, and they like left-handed is saying, they were the only ones that could vote and hold office. So how do you think that went when it was only 20 fucking rich fucking white men, fucking white wigs that were like, well, I thought it was okay to shoot Benjamin because he got out of line for not serving me my tea in the right temperature or something. And you're like, yes, or whatever, you know? I mean,
yeah, at least there was a good reason for it, right?
Duh. Anyways, so let's blow on further with this.
The declassification of America is already happening now. You know, you're already starting to take women's rights away. We know this.
They're working damn hard at it.
Yes, we're going backwards for sure.
You're building the wall on the wrong end of the country.
Yeah,
that's right. That's right. It should be on our side.
Yeah, I mean, you get rid of the goddamn Canadians. Goddamn Canadians coming down here.
Too. In fact, I'm going to call Trump tomorrow and tell him that if he gets in, I want a wall built.
And you know,
just like the one he bought paid for against the Mexicans with his buddy.
You know the major problem with you Canadian. Hold on. You know the major problem with you Canadians coming down here? Y'all are pretending you're American, and that's the problem. I'm just kidding.
Pretending we're American.
Well,
Steven, hold on. Wait. Steven Crowder. Fucking, there's so many of these content creators now that are on like big platforms, and they're like, the Americas and blah, blah, blah. It's like, you're fucking Canadian, you cunt. What are you talking about? Like, why are you telling us how to live our lives when you're not even fucking from here? And like, maybe you're now a naturalized citizen or whatever, but you came here and you're foreign, and you're telling us to not bring in foreign people from other countries because they're just not white. And like, fuck you, dumb cunt. You're already.
Well, I say absolutely fuck that guy, but Slim. The Americans in general have had a long history of sticking their noses into other people's business worldwide. Not even people that came to their country. You mean during the just people that are staying at home in their countries, living their lives their way, and the Americans show up and say, "Hey, well, we got an idea."
Yep.
And lots of other people do it too.
What you're saying? The Americas.
You learned it from the people you turned your back on.
So what you're saying is the Americas actually went down to South America and like gave guns to the Contra, and then they let that whole thing happen because of the thing, and then we've been in other people's governmental office going into things and no, totally, it's happened. No, I know.
We've American operative.
We've done a bunch of fucked up shit. I totally know, and
Can I
go ahead?
Put in here and say America has never won a war it's waged, ever.
Sure. Yeah,
you've won wars in participation with others, and that's what I was saying the other night about you always remember, Woodrow Wilson, Eisenhower, Winston Churchill, Thatcher, and people, but it's never won a war it's waged.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah. No, but
that's a poor war record for the strongest
economics. They won the war of economics. The people that own the defense contractors, the people that built that stuff that are in America and all over the world, they won every single one of those wars. And that's all they wanted to win.
I live in Britain. We sold our water.
I'm not sure, but cash came rolling
Britain
in.
sold our water. That's how bad we are at anything. But at wars, we're pretty cool. Wars.
Yes, you definitely are.
And that war that
Anyways,
America thinks they won, that was Britain giving them.
Sure.
Oh
sure.
yeah. Well, America, as Al Murray said, America got totally blindsided in the World War II when the Japanese, suicide bombed Pearl Harbor. They were taken completely by surprise. 2 years in the whole World War. It's ridiculous. But I must admit, you did hold your own along that Pacific Rim and all them islands you took and fought the Japs back. I'll give you that.
If anything we're good at is being good at rim jobbing. I mean, never mind. Anyways,
you're good at turning up at wars with these ships with a million planes on them, golf courses and hotels and shopping malls and whatever, cinemas all over the place, golden warships. You're good at that. And I'm taking credit where you don't deserve it, but it's what it's all about, isn't it? United Nations and whatnot.
But listen to what every fucking American thinks, and or everybody that is in a political power will tell you most of the time. I mean, there's a couple that, but we're the greatest country in the world. No, we're not. But that's what we're fucking are bred to think. Like literally every fucking kid that's 5 years old right now to 12, for sure.
We're the strongest country in the world. We've got a lot of resources.
Yeah, but we're not the great. But we're not greatest.
And like that actually also happens over here. Like they tell everybody looks up to America, but like for what? For the country that
I don't know.
The most crime, the most people, most kids killed with their dad's gun.
Anyways, let's keep blowing on.
Well, when Trump was in charge, China became the number one country on earth. China did.
Yeah, totally they did. Yeah,
biggest producer, the biggest everything, polluter. But now Trump is trying to get back involved just to be, because he's an absolute narcissist, that guy. There's no denying that. He'll never admit when he's wrong. Oh, I said Obama instead of Biden. I made a mistake. I fucked up. It's hard being up here, giving speeches to you guys night after night. He wouldn't do that. That makes him a narcissist. But if he gets in charge again, you guys are fucked. In fact, the world is fucked.
The main reason why
any Republican.
And the sad thing is, if there was an American vote tomorrow, Trump would win it, and that's just insanity.
That's scary.
It's mind blowing. It's mind blowing.
And Biden won't back down to Trumpism because a woman will be in charge. America is broken at the moment. It's pretty broken, and
we're definitely broken.
Once Trump disappears up his own arse, and he'll disappear up his own arse, then America will be strong again. It will be the best economy on earth, and it will be. There's no denying that.
So
as I said, Britain sold our own biggest resource, water, fresh water. We sold it. We don't even own that anymore.
Yeah.
So that that's the worst thing you can sell is sell your water.
Well, and what about your power?
Power's always been in the hands of the.
I got to say this, Doug. I understand Trump getting in is going to fuck things up in America really badly, but I think what's really going to be even more impactful is what Putin's going to do if Trump gets back in.
If Trump gets back in, then he's going to give Ukraine to Putin.
Basically, yeah.
I think Trump was already done that when he pulled out 500,000 troops from Germany. You give him a free reign of attacking Ukraine anyway.
Yeah, of course.
And obviously, all the Muslims in America, they hate Biden for what he's doing with Israel, and I don't think he's doing a good thing. I think I've said it before. That philosopher Tony Stark said we create our own demons, and Israel trying to annex for decades. They've been trying to annex, considering this was given to them. It was gifted to them, Israel, just after World War II. Just after World War II, they've been trying to annex Palestine forever, for decades, and now they've got a clear sight of just killing everyone in Palestine and taking over it anyway, because for some reason we're allowing them. I don't get that.
It's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And even the land that they have over there, that they were given, is land that was given to them by people that did not own that land.
Yeah, no, the whole history of all of that is fucking insane. We
Like
can't go over right now.
if they should have gotten any land, it would have been a part of Germany.
Okay,
no, I think the world, the winners of the World War give Israel to the Jewish people.
But
there was a nomad race. There was a nomad race.
Yeah, but they didn't own that ground. That they were like, oh yeah, hey Palestine, like here, we've taken a bit of your land and given it to your worst enemy.
Yeah, absolutely. They start with the West Bank, but they've been trying to push further in and just take over more and more. And now, basically, because of Hamas' attack on Israel, which killed 40 people or whatever, they've decided to kill. You know, there's over 30,000 people died in Palestine, and over 15,000, over half of them are children.
Yes, and the hospital. And anyways, let's keep blowing on because we'll talk about that in another stream. So everybody make me do a shot by giving Mango more money, so we can keep talking about this. I'm going to play this thing about the American projects for a second, and I will be right back once I grab another beer. And I want to get a little bit through this because we already went over the American project on another stream. But listen to the insanity that they are trying to propose for the Americas.
You mean Project 2025?
Yes. And 2024
you mean or the Holocaust,
whatever it is. Yeah, whatever. And it is based and it is based on Trump becoming in charge again. So I will be right back.
Any Republican.
In the United States, the American project has never been one of freedom. It starts with the slaughter of indigenous people, the taking of their land, the enslavement of African people after they were kidnapped from the continent.
We declare it's about equality, but we then declare in the Constitution that a slave is worth 3/5 of a person.
This is a country that was founded on settler colonialism, and then the infrastructure of the country was built by enslaved Africans.
We fight a civil war to get rid of slavery. We put equality into the Constitution. We guarantee freed slaves the right to vote, but we say women don't get the right to vote. Okay, then 70 years later, we change the Constitution so women get the right to vote. And then 40 years after that, we grapple with school desegregation, that equality can't mean separate but equal. It has to mean we are together as one people and all are entitled to be recognized equally for their human dignity.
So to say that America is the land of the free is just, it's just not true for so many people. We've seen a retrenchment, in recent years with voter suppression, with mass incarceration, with police brutality against Black and brown civilians.
When we can walk around this country and not think we're going to get shot by the police, or we can afford housing and all these other things, that's when I think freedom will come for everyone.
Redlining, gerrymandering, voter access, and other forms of disenfranchisement leave many citizens feeling frustrated and even betrayed. Our governing system is built on the importance of voting and the rule of law. So if people perceive that system as unfair, the result is cynicism, or worse, inaction.
So redlining is where developers, city councils, etc., would draw lines around neighborhoods with a red pen. And then within that boundary, those were areas that were considered low value. And these were procedures implemented during Jim Crow that sought to keep African Americans from living.
That was a weird version of them talking about the American projects, but I guess maybe this
Yeah,
is
no,
old American projects and not the new version of it. I guess. All right.
Yeah, it's not Project 2025.
Yeah.
Thank
Okay.
God.
Okay. All
Because
right.
that's fucking horrible. That's just
Yeah, but redistricting and gerrymandering are like a major, like I just can't wrap my head around it. Like I understand what happens, I just can't wrap my head around how anyone ever said, yeah, that's okay.
Well, do you want to make more money or not? That's the weird thing. Was like you're not really going to lose money on this unless the banks won't give the money to lend. There's a lot of things down the chain. But if everybody did,
banks won't let people that are minorities take out loans properly.
But once again, do you want to make money? Do you want to make money or not? Like literally, if everybody just was like, cool, we can give everybody this, and if everybody just did the right thing and everybody went to the same schools and learned the same math and blah blah blah, why are we not making it better? But
you know what the thing is, Slim, and I know you're on probably the same side as I am on this. I want to make a living. I want my neighbors to make a living, and I couldn't give two fucks if some rich politician makes more money. They've got enough, and if you've got so much money, you don't need the job. Then go ride on your yacht for the rest of your days and let someone that's got a stake in it run. Let them run their country. Let them run their state. Let them run their city, and stay the fuck out of it. You can make money in the capitalist system without pulling all the fucking strings. At the end of the day, it's a fucking dick measuring contest instead of like actually making a living and making people's lives better.
Well, that's just American
I know
greed,
it's a hard fucking look at things, but what does it say on the Statue of Liberty? I can't remember all the words, but give us your tired and your weak, right?
Yeah. And the
no,
poor
unless
and the
unless
hungry,
they're not the same color as me, in which case stay the fuck out. Unless they speak a different language, in which case stay the fuck out. Like that's the fine print that nobody can see. And
and back in
my country's done the same damn thing. They say it in slightly more polite words, which is why people think we're polite. But there's a lot of xenophobic, racist bullshit that goes on here too.
Do you know what they say on the Statue of Liberty? Made in France.
Made in France, exactly. All right, so let's blow on more with this next part.
Topic that I learned in high school or even college as a history major.
Today, we can see much evidence of inequality in wealth, racial gaps. We made a lot of progress toward the goal we set out for ourselves in our very first foundational document, but we still have a long, long way to go.
One aspect that's important in the United States is the role of money in politics and the role of inequality. We've gotten to a point in recent decades where our politicians care much more about those who can finance their campaigns than they do the voters who elect them. Money always buys influence, but money buys influence in American politics in a way that is so egregious and so naked that voters are ceasing to believe that politicians represent them, that their vote means anything.
Many people believe that money is the root of so many problems facing democracy today. Does $1 have more say than one vote?
Yep.
Yeah, that's a fact. American politicians, well, I'm guessing there's corrupt politicians all over the world, but America, they're blatantly corrupt, and it's sad, really. You know, Peter to pay Paul and do this and do that, and they got their fingers here and there. I mean, how did Lauren Boebert make? What's she worth now? About 180 million? How does she make that on 400,000 a year?
Yeah,
because they're all in it for the money, and this is the American greed thing. It's just sad, really, that you know, you look at the House of Representatives or wherever. It's meant for the people. The people that pay their wages, they're meant to do it for the people. They get an extraordinary. I mean, 400 grand a year is a lot of money for anyone, and that's a good wage. But you're meant to come up with something, and it's like Donald Trump in his tenure as president. What did he do? He did nothing. He had all these promises. He did none of it. Nothing. He didn't build a wall. He didn't. And this is it. But it's all about. it goes back to, you know, American greed. And that's a phrase all over the world, American greed.
Yeah.
It's just,
exactly.
it's all about the money.
And a major,
all about the money.
Well, another major problem
is, of course,
we're fucking
right.
so huge. We're so huge that American greed takes over a lot of industries from around the world because it's dipping its toes and fingers into so many pies. So that's why the influence is insanely weird, because we have so much land for that to happen with, that we can, even in small areas, control that. Anyways, let's keep blowing up.
Take
you have ridiculous things as well.
Change.
I remember when I was a teenager. I'm going back 30 odd years now. I joined a company, a job. I needed a job. I was living in Liverpool. It was pretty crap, and it was an American-made vacuum cleaner called the Kirby Cleaner.
Oh, I remember the Kirby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I went into this indoctrination, and it was an indoctrination. And this guy started playing the drums, and it was like we had to sing along to this song. I was like, that's just Americanism. This is just ridiculous. I walked out. I never worked at Kirby Cleaners whatsoever. But I just thought, wow, this sort of entertainment is critical for you guys to live. That's
indoctrination.
Kind of quite sad. It was an indoctrination, yeah, but it's like this upbeat sort of, we need to have an upbeat sort of thing to make people work. When people are actually looking for work, all they want is to be paid for an honest day's work. You don't have to sing a song before they come in.
Yeah, totally. Okay, here you blow.
Go on.
And in a great many races, there's more money spent by super PACs than by the candidates themselves. So if you end up in any big race, there are super PACs typically on both sides. You know, you hope that the super PAC who is supporting you says something vaguely that resembles what you believe, but it's illegal for you to talk to them. It's illegal for you to discuss messaging and substance. So you don't do that. It's an idiotic system.
That's not true.
Agreed.
That's what happens behind closed doors and during dinners and other things in dark places where they don't talk about that. But you do talk to those people who give you all that fucking money, you loser and you liar.
Campaign finance is a major issue facing our elections. We don't want undue influence, certainly not foreign influence, on our candidates and on our election.
But that happens constantly.
Then why is Putin's puppet still electable?
Yeah, and fucking Trump and his family took fucking 2.5 million or something like that from China or something like that. But anyways, let's go on a little bit more with this.
I don't think we found the way to resolve this. Elections cost money. They absolutely do, and we any solution has to take that into account. That candidates need to be able to pay for their election efforts.
It just needs to be not dark money. Like if every penny is said for by whoever is giving it to them, that's what we fucking need, is transparency in the money giving to these politicians.
I don't think that we figured out how to do that effectively.
That's fucking a lie. Okay, let's go to here.
Linz was a Spanish political scientist who was born in Weimar, Germany, and grew up in Franco, Spain, and spent a good part of his career studying how and why democracies died. He spells out in a very influential book in 1978 what he calls a litmus test for authoritarian behavior. We tried to distill a more clear set of indicators from his book. The four that we point to are, one, either a rejection or a refusal to play by democratic rules of the game.
Do you make the same commitment that you will absolutely, sir, that you will absolutely accept the result of this election?
I will look at it at the time.
Second one is not accepting the legitimacy of one's political rivals.
Hillary Clinton, crooked.
Did I say it wrong? I thought I said dark money. Did I say it wrong?
Yeah,
if you watch Trump, he is a joke anyway.
Okay,
I mean, this guy is just one of the most horriblest guys on earth.
The face of the motherfucking earth. And if there was any, if I don't believe in religionist stuff, but if there was ever the Antichrist, this motherfucker is the Antichrist. Anyways, let's keep blowing on.
Hillary Clinton. She's really crooked.
Third is show a willingness to withdraw or violate the civil liberties of opponents, including the media.
CNN is fake news. I don't take questions from CNN. John Roberts of Fox. Let's go to a real. Let's go to a real network.
And the fourth is condoning or encouraging violence by your supporters.
Knock the crap out of him. Would you seriously?
That never happened from Trump. He never said anything violent about bullshit. Okay,
I remember the good old days when Americans shot their authoritarians. They used to assassinate their authoritarians, America. What happened to them days? Why is that orange chocolate still walking about?
Well, I really like the way that Putin's been doing it recently by pushing people out of windows and making them fall down stairs and stuff. Allegedly,
I'm not saying go and kill him. By the way,
someone fell out their window, holding a toaster in the bathtub.
Well, no, homie was what was him and his wife doing? They were replacing their bathtub, and homie fell out the fucking balcony off the balcony. Yeah, that's what happens.
No, he fell out of a window, but that window was
a window,
a non-openable window.
He fell out of a window while he was moving his bathtub. Yeah, that's totally
a non-openable window.
Yeah, exactly. Similarly.
I mean,
anyways,
promise
you, it could never happen. It just doesn't sound very likely.
Yeah.
Well, the gentleman like 3 days before said something bad about Putin or something like that, right? So the coincidence of those things that makes it even more heavy to the it's probably something suspicious, right?
I think your orange former president would like to take a page out of that book, from what I understand.
No, he really wants to go down that path.
Down, he doesn't think that should be allowed.
Remember, he said that he would only be a dictator on the first day of him being president. Again.
No,
and with that,
he's attracted to dictators. He's so attracted to. Like,
here's another thing too, eh?
If
he does get in, expect his political rivals to mysteriously disappear.
Oh, absolutely.
Totally.
Yeah.
And imagine this: in a year's time, this picture here, he'll be wearing a green military uniform. Generaldo Trump.
Exactly.
And his face will be on all your money, like the Queen is on all ours.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Or the King now, I should say.
The King. Is the King actually on your money, dog?
He's starting to phase in, yes.
Okay. I heard they're gonna bring it here, but we don't really use cash anymore, so I'm not sure what they're gonna.
You'll have it as well. So will Australia and India and South Africa, all them other places.
They said we would get it, but we're not allowed to like jump the queue. You guys have to get it first. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if there's a rule.
Too bad. Like, and you really wanted that money.
like we need to reprint all our damn money. We just finally got some good people on our money. I don't want to have to redesign it all.
Yeah.
You know what? I say just get a little bit of marker, put a mustache on the Queen, and say, "Hey, that's your son." Just, it's fine.
Bigger ears, massive ears, monkey ears on it.
Welcome,
what did
Commander.
You say? My signal went out. I missed what Dog said about the money.
I said, yeah, a little beard and just on the Queen and monkey ears.
Just so you know, it's the King now. Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be the King.
Like we don't need to reprint everything. That costs money. If the King wants,
I don't know if they were. I don't know if they were quoting him per se, but it was very, very like that.
Well,
anyways,
Dog, I don't think they're going to replace anything. They're just going to any new bills that are coming out and stuff will have the King on them instead of the Queen, right?
Oh yeah. It's just it gets phased in when they destroy
by to collect everybody's cash.
When money is destroyed, it's either unworthy of being destroyed. Well, Trump would obviously just want to print money and just print.
That guy's been destroying money like
He doesn't get economy at all. I mean, the guy bankrupt 6 casinos. What the fuck did he get back? How can you bankrupt a casino? But he's done it. Anyway, so when this money's destroyed, when it's either old or out of date or phased out, then the king's stuff replaces it. That's how currency works, to be honest.
Yeah,
we still have quite a lot of coins that have our queen on it.
Yeah, all the cash I have has the queen on it.
Yeah, of course.
I've yet to see a king's one with the kings. It has to be a massive coin to fit them ears in. To be fair, all the vending machines that have to be changed to fit in a 3-foot coin.
But when did they start making money with the kinks on it? Oh, never mind. Sorry, that's completely different. Let's go ahead and get further into this.
Only when they started seeking him here and seeking him there.
Yeah, exactly, Timely. So let's get into the voter fraud, supposedly stuffs and things.
All right.
The lies that happened in the Americas, and yes, the YouTubes and everybody else. We do not believe there was enough voter fraud for.
Well, no, this is Trump. This is Trump because he failed to be a loser, even though his whole resume is a loser.
Yeah, and
he will never admit to have lost.
There was more voter fraud on
we won big league
as on the winning end. They said,
so anyways,
if they would account for all the voter fraud, the win would have even been bigger.
Yeah,
and to be fair, all of them lawyers he had working for him, Rudy Giuliani and that other, all of them have all lost their licenses. Anything Trump touches turns to shit.
Exactly. He's the anti-Midas king.
Yeah,
he's King Midas with the touch of feces.
Alina Harper's next. She needs to. Well, she is just not a good lawyer. She just needs to lose her license anyway.
Yeah, I don't even know why she still fucking has it. Anyways, let's blow on with this.
It's funny to hear some dismiss the notion that there's voter fraud by saying, oh, it's so minimal. Well, any voter fraud you want to deal with. I mean, that has to do with the integrity of our elections and the integrity of our government. So obviously, we want to find whatever ways we can to minimize voter fraud. I don't think we've figured it out. It's been shown that voter ID efforts, which I think make good common sense, but it's been shown that they have very little effort.
Okay, white bitch that fucking has no idea what the fuck is going on. And
Slim, I got a little thing to say. Mango, go do some math. And Slim,
let me know what it is.
That was a blue.
What?
Oh, motherfucker.
Oh, you cut out a little bit. What was it?
Go drink a blue.
Okay,
oh yeah, you gotta pay. The piper's been paid, so you gotta take the pipe.
Yep.
Yes, definitely. So, Lady,
is Mango the piper?
And Lady, just because like we actually did go over this stuff and we did find that, and then we now are like, putting out into the public because we did find a very, very, very small amount of voter fraud. Doesn't mean anything. You don't kind. Like, yeah, exactly.
Trump had more.
We found out there's more votes for Biden supposedly in certain places, but bitch, it doesn't matter. Yes, we can do recounts, and that's exactly what the government's for, and that's
look
what we
Mike
did.
Pillow did. Mike Pillow recounted everything. He recounted all sorts of stories that never happened.
Yeah, of course, and he doesn't understand how fucking coding works or technology works.
Yeah.
Well, absolutely, because Trump demanded, they took that. Well, Fox Play had to pay, over $1 billion to that company that made the machines, but everything was hand counted, and it showed. Well, not only did it show the machines were right, it showed that Trump still lost. But so then he started blaming like immigrants and. Of course, people have died since they voted. What are you on about? It's been a couple of months. They probably have died, and there's about 5,000 people a day die in America.
It's a very high rate of death per day. Lots of people get born too, but Yeah, like if you take any random group of voters over the course of a year, there's going to be a certain amount of attrition out of that. And what really bugs me about the ID thing is that when you start looking into it, there's certain sorts of ID that they want to disqualify that lots of people have that are totally legit voters. They're totally legit ID forms.
Yes.
And they're like, no, it has to be this. It's like, yeah, but that
totally.
makes it, you're just saying that to make it a pain in the ass. You're saying that because you know a bigger percentage of people with that. Like they might as well just say you have to be registered as a Republican to vote. Like
voter ID has been
they say in some of the areas they say it. And,
yes, that has been a huge problem with areas in here that are underprivileged, and or if I already have this version of an ID, why do I need to get multiple versions or blah blah blah?
And they're like,
the only reason for that,
special one.
Or
also when Trump gets back in. When Trump gets back in, this woman on this video here will never, ever, ever make a video again. When America becomes, well, basically the Handmaid's Tale.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, she's going to make a video that says that now she is bound in somebody's basement, pregnant by 5 dudes. And she somehow was able to make a video of it. Anyways, so everybody say hello to Crook Reports. Or Crook Report. And there we go. We've got the thingy-mabobber for the stuff and things. But anyways, there was not enough. Just because there was like 4,000 blah, blah, blah. And usually it was in the best interest of Biden. But anyways, it doesn't matter. Let's blow on with this coont.
On suppressing voter fraud, and they do not, by the way, have an impact on suppressing voter turnout, fortunately. But I think we're going to have to continue to look for ways to preserve the integrity of our electoral system. We want as many individuals to be involved in our electoral process as possible.
And that means they want armed people fucking standing next to the fucking polling places so that if you they can discourage people from voting because God, vodka, God damn it. Because that's the only way they're gonna win is by fucking making it.
Slim? That happened in your last election.
Yes.
It did.
We had
fucking brutal. That is not.
We had armed.
You shouldn't feel like you have to walk past armed guards in order to vote.
And they also did it at
Well, armed guards is one thing, but armed guards with an agenda.
Okay, but like, can I clarify?
You know what I'm talking about, brainless. Jesus
it wasn't
Christ,
like
Beavis
police
and Butthead.
or military that were there to keep the peace. It was
the other thing.
It was private
Hold
citizens making up their own little like Republican militia. That's what it was, and that's fucked up.
And there were multiple people that were arrested for hanging out at polling places and or what is the things called? The ballot boxes. Sorry.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
there
like,
were there was a ballot box somewhere that I don't remember where that 24 hours a day these fucking weirdos would sit around making sure that they weren't stuffing the boxes. And they intimidated people a couple times, and they were on fucking camera, and or they were recorded, and so a handful of people got arrested
but
for
I
that.
think that is like insurrection, like that is just.
I don't know if it's insurrection, but it's ballot tampering, is what it is. Like they're there fucking stopping people from doing what they're supposed to be doing. Like I think the thing that happened at the steps of the Capitol building was like a different type of thing, but the whole thing is just like as an outsider, but an outsider who's a close neighbor and has a lot of American friends, I find it to be abhorrent and disgusting, and like it's hard to believe that a country that prides itself in democracy so much has so many people that are turning a blind eye to this. Like they're okay with it because it's being perpetrated by their side, and that's fucked up.
That's how the white fucking privileged motherfuckers are. They believe if I am of this blah blah blah, because I went through this whole indoctrination my whole entire life as well. being white, my DNA is the best, and I'm above everybody, and whatever I believe is supposed to go first, and I can do no wrong, but everybody else, anytime they do anything barely wrong, they should be fucking thrown in prison, even though if I do the same exact thing, well, I'm God's race or whatever, so I can't be punished. That's literally
You are
what
better
we were
than
taught.
me. I can't hang
Hold
30
on,
pounds
hold on,
of
hold
steel
on,
from my tits.
So that's what we were like bred. And I understood a long time ago, once I like started hanging out with people of other races, that like, wait, I'm not better than other humans. What the fuck are these weirdos talking about? And then we did start getting taught about in San Diego in California, people being semi-equal and stuff, but like being born in the middle of the mountains in Colorado, none of those people have ever seen anybody other than white people. And then you move to the city, and then you're like, oh, everybody around me is others. And you're like, cool, we're all hanging out and like having fun. And the weirdest thing that I don't fucking understand is, you know how much fucking fun it is to party with other cultures? Oh my Jesus Christ. If you hang out in fucking like the ghetto or certain places, there's a party every night. The Hispanics are having a party.
And,
the next night,
and also like around here, it's like, all the Turkish and Moroccan people coming here. What do they do after they had a night out and been drinking? They go and get a kebab or something. What kind of fucking hypocrite are you? Like, you don't want them here, but you do want to eat their food?
Sure,
no,
it's sure.
You know what?
Exactly.
I grew up in a big city, so like I was probably exposed to things at a different age than what you're talking about, Slim. Like just, but it would. I'm super white, and I grew up around a lot of white people, but I also knew lots of people from lots of other cultures. And my father actually, I would say, used a lot of language that most people would say is racist, like the words he used to talk about other people.
Of course,
I didn't like it, and I told him it wasn't cool. But my father taught me from a very young age, you cannot treat anyone with anything less than 100% respect, no matter where they're from, what they look like.
Yeah, like first thing you do when you meet someone is treat them with respect. They can lose respect, but they don't have to fucking earn it.
You earn respect. You don't demand it. And well, that's authoritarianism. But don't forget, most of the people in America, especially the Trump supporters, are massive Bible Christians, and insurrection to them is nothing, because Jesus was portrayed in the Bible as an insurrectionist. Fuck, he was crucified for it, being an enemy of the state.
But Jesus,
hold on. And the main thing that we have here in the Americas that I don't know how this is in other places, so I'm only going to speak for us, is we were told that Cain or whoever is the fucking defeated all the brown people so that they could have the white race, and they're supposed to be the ones. And then they sent all of those people to the Americas. So we're supposed to be the pure race that's supposed to take over the world, especially when the 12 tribes of Judah get into Israel, and then we're supposed to be the arbiters of the revelations and blah blah blah. Like, that's the problem with here. These people that are religious, that are hardcore religious, think that they are going to be the start of revelations, and they are going to be the ones that are going to win because of their DNA. It's
and then the first that's going to go up in the rapture as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's the whole rapture bullshit. Is they believe
I can't wait for the rapture.
Even if they are fucking have one tooth in their face, they live in a trailer park, and they've been fucking their cousin's sister's wife, cousin, uncle's brother for fucking 200 years. They literally can't even move because they have so many problems with their DNA. And they're like, we're the ones that are going to win the fight. And you're like, yeah, you can't even like walk straight, motherfucker. Like, what are you talking about? You can't even hold a gun straight.
If the rapture is going to be what they're saying it's going to be, I can't wait for it to start. come on, take away all the fucking bigots.
I can't wait to see
Well,
all
you
those.
all
those
thing
creatures
also,
get sucked up into the ship.
imagine the great effect it'll have on the planet and the environment with all these pricks, rich monsters disappearing into the sky.
Exactly.
That would be great.
I just
But
hope the
there's a
Raptor
whole-
uses one of those little buggies that the city guys ride around in to pick up dirt. It's like a little golf cart with a giant white vacuum thing on it. It's like
Sure, but-
corrugated. I want to see
The
that
bad-
thing come along and
the
just
bad
suck
side
up
of the
everyone
Raptor-
that's getting raptured. I
The
want to see
only-
them all go up
Get
the
that.
tube.
The bad side of the
The
rapture is though, Jesus will come back and he'll have to fight the devil.
Well, Jesus will be
Right,
Jesus will be riding around on the little buggy.
Well, see, that's the
Sucking
problem
everybody up
about
into
this.
the-
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Well, that's the problem about this first is it's going to be insanity first. There's going to be hell on earth and blah 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 and demons, blah blah things and stuff, and then
Well, that's what they're already saying is happening.
after there's a war. So there's going to be a war and all these other weird fucked up things first. Although what these idiots don't realize is Revelations was written in the time of when Nero was in charge, and they thought Nero was the Antichrist, and that it was going to end then. So now you are just
it was,
like
it was written when the rapture was written when America became a country, and these evangelicals just made up their own shit.
Oh man!
Well, they
it's
took
like
Revelations.
fire and brimstone hell was made
Yes.
up in
Well-
1611. It never existed in the Bible. It was Sheol in the Bible. You know, eternal nothingness, eternal
But have
grave.
you not read the Book of Rapture?
Well, and that got added to
The Book of Rapture. That's the part of the Bible I've never read. No.
No, I mean like I
well,
just
it
I think
was
it's in
added
there.
a lot later.
It's in it, one of
than
the
rest of
annotated
it.
editions.
Well, yeah, obviously it's
It's in,
but you'll find it was written in America.
I think most
About
of the Bibles
250 years
are
ago.
rewritten in America.
It's
Little
been
known fact that American English was seldom used in ancient Mesopotamia, Babylon.
And that's that's why I hate when motherfuckers in the Americas use fucking gematria, and I'm like, no, motherfucker, that's not made for your language, you idiots. It's made for the Jewish language, or like it's made for ancient languages, you twats, whistles. Like you can't use it for nowadays, you fucking idiots. But anyways, we pretty much got through that.
Yeah, how many
thank you
minutes
all
of the
very
video
much.
did we make it through there, Brainless?
I don't know. It's not on the screen anymore.
We made it through 40. We made it through 41 minutes and 26 seconds.
That's not bad.
Comparatively to, but we did
There's
skip
no way we
around.
did.
Okay,
Did we?
we did
You must have
skip.
skipped around.
Well,
You must have skipped around.
We
Okay.
did skip,
Oh,
and
wait,
we didn't make it to the end. But anyways, we did get, and that's what I figure is the way that we're going to do.
I think we've had a good conversation now, and it's been a lot.
Yeah, no, of course. Yeah, no. That's why we do this. Is not for the fucking video per se, but for us, and that's why I have all of you on as guests. Is because I love the conversation and or the information that you put into it. Because once again, like I was getting at in the beginning, I'm the dumbass American. Y'all are from the rest of the world, which can help us look into the idiocracy that we live in, and that's why I did
I'm
this.
still waiting for someone to
I
explain
wanted
this to me.
What?
From inside, Slim. I'm still.
Well,
I'm,
yeah,
I scratch
and
my
that's
head.
why I was here, and that's why I was here. And I was hoping I had at least one or two other Americans here, but actually, I did enjoy having people from other places than the Americas to put in their 2 cents or 2 shillings or whatever.
My €2, is that okay?
Pence, €2.
You did say you were the only American here. And also, you're not dumb. Just because you hang 30 pounds of steel from your tits, that doesn't make you dumb. It makes you fucking insane, dude.
Oh, it makes your tits rock hard, but it doesn't make you dumb.
Hey, I'd like to think I'm learned, but I'm not going to claim that I'm a smart American for sure.
When you're an old man, do make sure you don't step on them when you go to the toilet.
Slim, I got a little palate cleanser.
Yes,
and all Europeans and non-Americans will probably agree with this video.
Is it an
Fuck
amusement?
yeah,
Us
America.
Americans aren't ready to hear.
Is it?
1. You actually have less freedom than most of the world. Your country is a pay-to-play. 2. You complain about soccer being boring while the NFL has like 12 minutes of play over 3 hours. 3. Europe and the European Union are not the same thing. 4. Middle grounds exist. It doesn't always have to be pro this, anti that. 5. It's neither normal nor okay to have to go bankrupt just to go to school or going to the hospital. 6. Sugar does not belong in everything, especially not bread. 7. South Park shouldn't be a perfect documentary of your country. 8. Tipping is stupid. Just pay your staff a proper living wage. 9. Having school children recite the Pledge of Allegiance is creepy AF. 10. You do not need a £5,000 truck to haul your laptop and cell phone to the office. 11. EpiPens cost $69 in the UK compared to the US $600, and yes, the farm companies are making a profit. 12. Stop confusing the word socialism with communism and fascism. There is nothing wrong with trying to set up a system wherein people who could use some help actually get help. 13. We have pubs older than your country. 14. Having your national flag everywhere is ridiculous to most of us. 15. Having a two-party system puts you in real danger of having a civil war ignite. 16. You're very loud as tourists. Speak at a normal volume, please.
I came across this and I was like, I gotta show this to my American friends.
Can I just put in from on the English point of view? He's wrong on so many things there. I mean, we've got two-party system, with three-party system. We have exactly what's democracy.
That's
democracy.
Yes.
No, I don't. You don't have
And EpiPens for
voting,
people,
right?
And I have to say, EpiPens in this country for people who do have allergic reactions or whatever they need them for, are free. They're not $69. They're free. I know what you're trying to say there, but we have party systems. Of course, that's what democracy is all about. That's what freedom's all about. If you don't have, if you just got a one-party system, surely we all live in Russia.
Exactly. So anyways, or North Korea. Anyways, hold on. Let's go ahead and blow on with this, and then I got one more thing to share, and then we'll get the fuck out of here.
All the people more expensive now in America.
Running for president are names you know or faces you've seen before.
Vermin Supreme will take away your guns and give you better ones.
Of course, it wouldn't be a New Hampshire primary without my favorite perennial candidate, and again, he's real, Vermin Supreme.
They have all sorts of people listed here who got them votes. Vermin Supreme.
My name is Vermin Supreme.
This platform includes free ponies for all Americans and using zombies to create energy by harnessing the latest in hamster wheel technology. All right.
Vermin Supreme.
Okay.
Ballot. I'm here today to actually endorse Vermin Supreme on the Democratic ballot.
Come out with your hands up and your pants down. We have you surrounded.
I'm a friendly fascist. I'm a tyrant that you should trust.
He's a presidential candidate college students are showing up for.
I came here for Vermin.
Yes, I'm a politician. I will promise you anything your little electorate heart desires because you are the informed voting public and because I have no intention of keeping any promise that I make.
We are not going to pass this border package. He better not pass funding for Ukraine.
Vote early, vote often. Remember, a vote for Vermin Supreme is a vote completely thrown away.
Yes.
Now that's democracy. We had a guy like that in the 70s called Screaming Lord Such, and he was nonsense, but he was exactly like him in the 70s. Google Screaming Lord Such. He used to dress like him. He was mental. But that's democracy. Yes. Everyone should have a chance to, do their own thing. And America still has that. America still has that at the moment. And democracy isn't finished or broken, or America still has, live your dream.
We just need to get rid of Trump. As soon as we do that, then we'll be golden again.
Yeah, he needs to disappear up his own arse, to be fair.
Yeah, exactly. He needs to Minecraft
we do not condone any of those kinds of actions against anybody. Just saying, YouTube. We don't condone ending somebody.
But I would definitely like to GTA him. Anyways, so thank you all very much for being here.
I'm from the UK. I love America. I really do. I think America is a great place to live and be. Maybe not at the moment. You may have a civil war on your hands, but hey, how easy is it to kick, one-tooth old woman in the face with a Trump hat on? Because they will wear their Trump hats when they're fighting, so they're easily spottable, they're quite easily snipeable.
I love how you thinking, dude. I love how you thinking.
So that this is how the religion works in America as well. You say the same lie and bollocks over and over and over and over and over again, you will get people believing in you, and that's how Trump works. Even though he's a failure and everything's done. And if he hasn't done it, he will cheat at it. And well, now, his time has come. He's being dragged through the courts. And if he gets in again, he will, he will never pay a fine. He will never, he'll exonerate himself. He'll put on a general uniform. He'll have his hat and he'll make you jump through hoops to love him. That's Trump. So do not vote Trump. Anybody here who's watching in America, do not vote Trump, because if he gets back in again, it's not only America, the world is fucked.
And I would put it even further. If there is any woman or trans person that you care about, don't vote Republican, because you will sentence them to death.
I wish that wasn't true.
Yeah.
I wish it wasn't. Nobody wishes it was true, but without, fortunately, democracy is hanging on in America, and it's sort of if Trump comes in, he will banish the Constitution. I think that Constitution is shit and old anyway. Right to bear arms. These kids who buy guns, or you get a free gun in a Happy Meal and whatever in Florida, all that nonsense. There needs to be a better regulation than America. There really does. And with these Republicans, they're just making it, they're posing themselves, these politicians pose themselves with their kids in Christmas cards with guns. Lauren Boebert was like,
that's crazy.
And you know what's another side of that problem? All the Democrats that want to take away guns, they take away guns that look scary but aren't that scary. That a lot of the rules are just so fucking stupid.
Oh yeah.
And and I think it would be good, if you had somebody that actually knew something about guns, that they got them involved and hey, we want it regulated, but we want to regulate it well.
Well, this is it. This is it. The Constitution is a 250-year-old document. That doesn't change. I mean, Trump today,
it should change.
It's still allowed on the Bible. Well, it should change, but it never changes. The right to bear arms should be changed. The right to bear arms should be, you need to have a brain in your head before you own a gun.
Well, you need to do actual regulations and actual training that people need to do. What you're supposed to get a gun, which we're not doing, and that's the whole hold up, is we're trying to do red flag laws and or people to have a little bit of training before they can keep getting these things. And technically right now, nobody's trying to take away any guns, even if they're scary looking or not. We're trying to make it so there's not these additives that make it so they're fully automatic, and or once again, we're trying to make it so that people have to go through a test first before they can
training in a psychological thing, and maybe not be a violent criminal.
Yes, That's what we're trying to do. Not take away guns and not make it so that people
No,
can't have
regulation. That's what
I
it's all
didn't mean to
about.
say something so fucking controversial.
Yeah,
But-
but like but tell me what is a good reason to ban a front grip on a pistol or a rifle?
There isn't any. That makes people think. It makes people think military style, and so like the same thing, like the short.
That's what I'm saying. Like they are
black stocks. Like there's all sorts of things that are camouflage stocks, like which is mostly for hunting. Like there's all sorts of things that put military in people's minds.
Well, this is the main thing is the Second Amendment says exactly what Wolfie is saying. A well-trained militia.
Yeah.
That's the thing. If you are a dumb cunt, hold on. If you're a dumb cunt that has never used a weapon, you should not be able to walk into a gun store and just fucking get one. You should have to be
like that
trained.
Rickenbauer guy. Is it Rickenbauer? What's his name?
Rittenhouse.
Rickenhouse, that little
even
fucker.
Though his dad
off.
bought it for him and gave it to him and blah blah blah. But anyways, once again, it's supposed to be well-trained people getting these things, which means you're supposed to be having gone through a background check to make sure you can have this or not. How many of the last serial killers and or people that have mowed down people or killed their significant others were able to just walk in and go get guns the day before or a week before and then go do these crazy fucking things? And there's other like killers where the government's come in, assessed that, well, we're told that these people were not fucking mentally stable and still let them have their guns. And then all of a sudden, 2 weeks later, they go in and they fucking murder everybody.
But
sadly, go on. Sorry, Brandis.
Yeah, that sadly stuff like that has happened here as well, where people
but not every day. Like literally, there's a shooting every day. Like I just looked today, there was like fucking 15 people killed through shootings throughout the weekend. Just in 2-3 days, there's like 50 people fucking mowed down.
Yeah, but Slim, you're talking about mental illness.
Yes, and that's why we need more regulations to get to that, to get guns.
And people have that right to do whatever they want in America. And they don't have to be mentally ill. They will claim mentally ill on the stand, but they don't have to. You know, people believe they've got that right to do that because.
But that's the problem with their representation or their understanding of it. It literally says in the Second Amendment that a well-regulated militia. So you're technically not supposed to give guns to people that do not understand how to use them. They should have
regulations.
They
That's
should
what
have,
America
exactly. That's what it's supposed to say. But unfortunately, in the 1950s, I think there was the NRA when it formed or something like that. And then there was other organizations that formed and they went around and they were like, no, it just means that every white person gets to have a gun. But if you're black, we're going to take away your gun. You know, I mean, they were the ones who pounded that into our heads. And then I grew up thinking
again,
I
talk out, you know, in the UK, you know, there's not that much gun crime because people don't own guns, but there's a lot of knife crime. There's a lot of people getting stabbed to death.
There's a lot of stabbies happening right now with the fucking
people will always want to kill another person for
but like
totally.
Yeah, but like with guns, with guns, it's easier to hit someone you don't intend to hit.
Well, and not just that. It's harder to murder 30 people with a fucking tiny little knife than it is with a fucking thing that fucking.
Well, yeah. I'd say that's a Jack the Ripper.
Yeah, of course, so Timothy. But
that's like it's not all at once though. Like if someone comes with like a fully automatic thing, and then they start mowing people down in a crowd, or like that weirdo that did it from like a hotel at a concert or whatever, and there's all sorts of this bullshit going on. The thing is, like, it's very hard to figure out what's going on in the pandemonium, and then even if you are armed against them, to be trained, you're never going on and get back at them. Even trained officers aren't doing a good enough job at this when they happen to be there.
Yeah,
the average
exactly.
citizen doesn't have this kind of training. Some military people probably do.
You know how
Well,
hard it is.
there is that one dude.
It's really hard.
There's that one dude that like at the church shooting.
One
dude.
One dude.
The shooting.
Yeah, I'm not saying it doesn't happen. It's just like the idea that having everyone armed somehow protects you.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't really make sense. It doesn't work out that way very often.
It's stupid. If you're, it's like the old Wild West. The reason why they fucking stopped having everybody carrying guns is because everybody kept shooting everybody. Because if you're carrying a gun on you and you think that you're in the right, you're gonna fucking pull your gun, you're gonna shoot somebody. If you don't have that fucking gun on you, then you're gonna probably try to de-escalate the fucking situation, or you get in a fight and you both go home with black eyes. Oh, who cares? Not fucking 5 people died because you didn't hit your target first, and you shot all the kids around, all his kids around him.
Yeah, well, and that's the kind of brutal shit that's happening. And I think that maybe you don't have to take away people's right to defend themselves when you take away their right to be armed like a goddamn small country's military.
Yeah, no, you can make it on their private property, but again, it should be put in safes. You should have training. You should literally, to have this fucking crazy, weird fucking thing that you can kill a gazillion people at one time, should have training, and you should have constant training, just like the police and other fucking law enforcement and other like security guards and stuff, even though they do not get enough fucking range time. Like literally, police officers here do not get enough fucking range time. They literally need way more. Same with, I think the military should get a little bit more range time.
This was a conversation I had with a guy in Key West in Florida, and he was saying all he did was deliver towels to all the hotels in the Keys. It was a 2-day job for him, but anyway.
Yeah.
And he said, if someone broke into your house in Florida, you could shoot them dead. But if you shot them outside your property, you'd be liable. And he said the simplest way is just drag them back onto your property and say that's where you fell. And I found that quite disturbing. That it's so simple to shoot someone in America and get away with it.
Well, they're going to find out that you actually didn't do that and that you shot him off your property, because there's going to be a blood trail and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, and there's...
Hold
on. It's the idea that people think that, though. That's what I think maybe that Drog is trying to get at, is people think I can just fucking pull out my gun, I can fucking shoot somebody running way off my property, and I can do whatever I want because I can make it look like they were trying to shoot me. Like, it's the whole thing about... dropping the bag of crack next to the perp after you shot him as a police officer, or dropping the knife next to them, the 1980s and 1990s joke, bam, oh, he wasn't doing anything, oh, well, he's innocent, drop the knife next to him.
Compared to the guy, the farmer in the very county I live in, shot with his shotgun, shot a guy dead who was in his property, who was burglaring.
Yep.
Or burglarizing. I don't know how you Americans put it. He
was
being burgled, let's say.
Yeah. Sure.
He shot him dead.
Robbed. He was being robbed.
Yeah. Burglary is
being
robbed. You're not home.
He was on his property. He was actually in his home. He shot him from the top of the stairs. That guy is still in prison. Maybe he's dead now. I don't know.
So they got the criminal and put him in jail then, did they?
No.
He shot the burglar dead, and he's in prison. The shooter's
no. Listen, if somebody's in your home and they're facing you and they're taking your stuff, or they're threatening to take your stuff or hurt you or your family, I say you don't need a ticker tape parade, but it would be nice.
Exactly. That's why. That's why I get that American law.
Home,
but listen to what happened.
They're tying you up and beating you, raping you, killing you, all sorts of bullshit. This is what happens. Like once somebody's in your home around here, I'm not saying what I have at my house, but if you're in my house, you might want to go the other way.
Well, that's the difference between somebody leaving and being outside of your house and already retreating. And
Yeah, I know.
what we're
Somebody's
talking
retreating. They're retreating. But if they're
That's
not
what we're talking
retreating,
about.
if they're not
like
retreating,
over here, like you're allowed to use some force, but that's quite iffy. Like what is excessive force? But also, like if they get into your bedroom,
yeah,
your bedroom should be safe.
yeah,
In your
then that's a
bedroom,
different
if you
story
beat
again.
if you beat the motherfucker to death, you beat him to death, and like you probably get some
I can understand there
problems,
being
but
an
like
investigation, but I can't understand
Question
there
them
being
wrong,
any
please.
punishment.
See, well, this is it. This guy, this burglar was actually at the bottom of his stairs. He was burgling his house. He shot him dead, and the guy who shot him, the innocent guy who was protecting his property, is now in jail for murder.
That's wrong. That's just wrong.
I
It's
do
flat out
think
wrong.
that's wrong.
There's no way to sell that to me.
I think that's wrong too.
Once you come through my front door, you get what you get.
Well,
that's my take on it.
You should tell them to get the fuck out of there first, and then
Oh yeah,
if
no,
they
and
don't
believe
approach.
me, when I tell people to get the fuck out, they get the fuck out.
Amen.
I've
Well,
been
yeah,
through this on my property. People
if
do
they
not
keep
like hearing from me.
If they keep approaching, that's completely different. But anyways,
So I found a kid walking around in my backyard, and I jumped in my truck and I chased him down, and I pulled him over, and I said, "What the fuck do you think you're doing?"
And what did he think he was doing?
He shat his fucking pants right in front of me.
How old was the kid? How old was the kid?
I don't know, like 22 or something like that.
Oh, fair play. I mean, yeah.
He was
If it
driving
like
his
11
car
year
around
old,
in
I
my
think that was a bit
in my
extreme.
back field, and with some other people, and I didn't know what the hell he was doing. I have stuff back there. I chased him down. My wife told me not to, but I was already gone.
Yeah,
I was already gone, and I pulled him right over. And I said, "What the fuck do you think you're doing on my property?"
Why do
He's like, "I
wives
thought I
always
was
have more
meeting my
sense?
friends," and I was like, "You met your friend. This is me right now. Don't ever fucking let me catch you around my property again."
Yeah.
But listen, I am not a normal person.
No.
Really?
Wait.
You just have to remember. You just
I
have to
gave
remember
it away.
Well,
You
maybe
just
that
have to
is on a
remember-
stream with Slim.
Well,
Yeah, I mean,
and
not
of course
like,
not. But
I mean, if Slim was there, the guy would have like crawled inside his ass after shitting his pants.
Yeah,
because he's never
You
seen
just have
anything
to
like that. I
remember-
can guarantee you. But you
you
don't
just
go
have
on
to
people's you don't go on people's property without their fucking permission.
no. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, we gotta find out why first, because we've already seen, especially in the Americas.
Okay, and I want to be absolutely clear. I was unarmed. I mean, I had both
Sure.
of my arms, but I was unarmed. It was just me talking to the guy.
No, I get you.
But
But
I'm like,
one of the problems that
I'm not
that
cool with
we've had, what we have had in the problems in the years recently in the Americas is somebody drove onto somebody's property on accident because they pulled into the wrong house. They've gotten out and knocked on somebody's door. They were told to go into somebody's backyard through a text message, and they went into the wrong backyard.
Yeah.
Make sure you understand what's going on first before you just fucking murder people. I mean, yes, chasing them down probably is okay, but don't just shoot somebody on your property like immediately. Like we had like
Oh, no, I
20
wouldn't
fucking
shoot the guy.
FedEx drivers die in like the last fucking couple weeks because weirdos on their property didn't realize their fucking mama or grandma or somebody bought them a present.
Yeah, but
and
no,
their
but also
delivery driver-
like you can see somebody is a fucking FedEx driver.
Dude, it still happens. So what I'm getting at is don't just immediately start shooting. Kind of figure out and
just don't
if
act
somebody
American.
if somebody approaches you, then maybe start. But anyways,
I'm just saying, if somebody comes on my
Can we
property,
just
I'm
say
gonna
that
find out what
the
the hell they're
Second
doing.
Amendment is fucked up?
It's bollocks for sure right now because it was pertaining, like we've said earlier, about a well put together militia that has guns. And so it's kind of like the gun clubs that they have in other countries. I think Sweden is one of the places where you go to the gun clubs and they have your guns in the thingamabobbers, and you go and
you like over here you can get to the point where you keep your guns at home.
Thank you, Liam.
But like
way.
you have to have a gun vault that is bolted down in 3 places, so 2 walls and a floor.
Yes,
and like
things like
and
that. I think that's
the guns itself and the ammunition have to be locked with different keys. So they have to have different locks.
Yeah. So anyways, so those are the regulations we're kind of saying. And I know there's a gazillion more in Brainless. We've already been over this. So really quick, that's what I feel like that the fucking founding fathers thought of was not just fucking hicks that have been marrying their sister, cousins, wives, brothers, aunts, goat for the last 200 years to just be able to get AK-47s and just fucking walk around town with them, you know, like that's.
And also the problem, like it is to oppose a tyrannical government. Like at this point, that you can wipe that whole shit from the Constitution, because you will not be able to oppose a tyrannical government because they got fucking drones.
They've got so many things, it's not even fucking funny what the government can do to kill you. I mean, they can easily take out your whole fucking town.
And they can send somebody in plain clothes and like they'll walk by you and like give you a little prick and you'll drop that within an hour, you know?
No, they're literally just gonna fucking drop. If they can't drone
you got an AK, they got a tank.
Yeah, and if they can't,
that as well.
If they can't drone you, they're just gonna fucking drop a fucking missile or bomb in the middle of your whole town, and then you're fucking all leveled. You fucking weirdos! Like literally, y'all aren't gonna win.
Those fuckers will probably have a compound.
Yeah, but the thing is like they think it's going to be far enough down so that they can't be bunker dropped or whatever those things. Bunker buster. Yeah.
I'm an engineer. I can take down a tank.
Sure, but the thing
spanner
is,
or a wrench, as you call it, just need to get in close where it can't shoot you, and you just pull it apart on the outside.
We're talking about half-wits. We're talking about half-wits that didn't even graduate fucking first grade, that think they know how to use weapons enough to where they can hit a moving target, and or they know when to not get droned, and or they can build a fucking bunker thing that doesn't get bunker blasted, and or a handful of other things. It's really easy to go around a whole place and make it so they can't get in or out. How long are you going to last in a small town with a couple hundred people without being able to get more bread or more food or anything? And if they can somehow get rid of your fucking cattle and your livestock, now what are you gonna do, punk ass? Now you're fucking screwed, you dumb cunt. Like, what do you think you're gonna do? Like, go ahead, Ollie.
To be fair,
I got to disagree with something Dog just said a second ago. You said you think that you can, if you have a wrench or a spanner or whatever you want to call it, you can take a tank apart from the outside that's got people inside of it actively working it.
Ollie,
impossible.
It was
I used to be an armored core dude. That's impossible.
Ollie, it was a joke. Anyway, what I was saying was, you should be a general, because go back to an earlier conversation that America's never won a war it's waged. Yeah. You should be a general because you got the right idea of how to win a war.
I've been around a lot of this crap since I was young. My stepdad used to make unmanned vehicles for the Navy, and I was around all kinds of things where people were designing stuff and talking about strategies that they didn't think I was listening. I may have been a 12-year-old sitting around behind the scenes, but I literally listened to like how things work. And then I've been studying this for a long time, because at one point I was kind of almost one of the I've been around anarchists and punks and traveling kids and all that stuff, and conspiracy theorists my whole entire life, being a carny. So I've heard a lot of this stuff, and I thought about this, and So I figured out, like, there's no way for us, especially, you think that every other government around the world has not been able to figure out how to do any kind of tax on the American soil other than Pearl Harbor and 9/11. Those are the only two technical attacks from other countries that have happened. If that's our fucking record, we're fucking good. Like, they know how to make you not get anywhere near anywhere they want usually. Like, I mean,
yeah, America's good with
we spend
wars.
We spend $1.5 gazillion on our fucking military comparatively to the rest of
but
the world. So
your recruitment is in the bottom 10% of all your schools.
yeah, unfortunately, like right now, that is low, but sure, that makes sense.
They'll never raise
no reason
because most countries do that as well.
Yeah,
they force people into the military. They make it all so great. But I would like to apologize to Ollie for not getting the sarcasm joke and taking away his gameplay from Hogwarts Legacy.
He's making food, I believe. So, anyways,
fuck it all up or what?
No.
America has they take these they breed them into these America, fuck yeah, people, and,
America, fuck yeah.
And if you look at all the wars they've been involved with, there's been more the friendly fire deaths from America. I believe it. I don't know if it's a paranoia bred into it. We've all watched like Full Metal Jacket and all them films. America is into indoctrination. Let's just say that. Hamburger Hill, that's another film. America is totally into indoctrination, whether it be religion, Trumpism, armyism, wherever. It's just, that's what America, that's how they think. And I've said it before on this channel. America was built on an idea from the UK. I think your idea is fucked up. Just give it back. We'll just give it back to us, and we'll
that's that one.
We'll rearrange a few things and fix it. Or let Canada do it. They're built in the UK as well, and France, unfortunately. But you get one shot of life. There's 80 million sperm in a male, averaging in a male ejaculation.
Yeah.
Compared to 300 million eggs in the female ovaries, and whatever eggs release or whatever sperm, we get one chance at this life. And killing it is quite sad. The mathematics to even work out, because if one sperm was injected into a different egg, you would not be you. I mean, I know it's crazy to say it's Matrix, but you would not be you. You'd be a different person. You would not be a carny. You'd probably be working at McDonald's or wherever. It doesn't matter. This is how biology works, and we all get one life, and America is sort of wasting it with their stupid amendments and whatnot from a 250-year-old law. I know you. This Constitution thing. I know you amend it now and again, but I believe you need to amend it a lot more than you have.
I know. I wish they would, but unfortunately, corporations and the NRA is still a thing, and a handful of other reasons why we're.
Well, that's American greed. It all goes back to the American greed.
Yeah, and of course. So thank you all very much. We're gonna get the fuck out of here. Oh my Jesus Christ! What is that? Let us know what that is before we leave.
It looks like Spaghetti pizza.
You're muted.
It's just spaghetti, yeah. It's just spaghetti.
Okay, awesome.
SpaghettiOs.
Who's got spaghetti?
Canadian.
Ollie? Did Ollie make spaghetti before I even got home from? I just got back to the yard.
Canadian.
I made spaghetti Saturday night. It's leftovers.
Okay.
Oh well, you know what? It's the best kind. I hope you fried it in a frying pan there, Ollie.
No.
That's not Canadian at all. You got to fry up your spaghetti.
Normally I would have, but the show was running late, so I just heated it up in the microwave right quick.
Oh jeez.
Oh jeez.
I don't know if I can excuse that, eh?
I have some bread and butter in it.
He's English, eh?
I'm getting some bread and butter in it too, eh?
Oh, you buttered it, eh?
Of course you did.
But Al,
All right, I hope you got an Alpine to
Oh,
wash it down with there, eh, bud?
I don't drink anymore, so no, I don't.
Oh, okay.
All right, okay. All right.
But Al, whose milkshake brought you to the yard?
Whose milkshake brought me to the yard? I tell you, these two little genies. These two, I'm hauling the lightest equipment I've hauled in a long time today. But they had me sort of on standby, so I went.
Okay.
I went to a high security site, and I can't say where, but it was in this province.
All right, folks.
And I didn't say a word about it the entire stream.
You didn't. Exactly. All right, folks. We're gonna get
Is it the plant that makes the cougars?
No, not the boot plant.
I know where that one is.
Not the boot plant. Are you talking about the cougar boots?
No, the cougar tank.
Oh, the cougar. No, not that plant. No. No, this plant makes something a lot smaller.
That's a great quote.
I can't say what.
Food was leftover spaghetti.
I didn't even
Have a
know
nice
there
meal,
was a
Ollie.
fucking leftover spaghetti thing over there, but I
That's
guess
the
we
quote
now
of the night,
know.
I think.
We now know. Okay, and thank you very much, everybody. We're gonna get the fuck out of here. Tomorrow, I will be getting tattooed. We're gonna be getting the green filled in and all the circuitry on my arm, so I will have most of my arm done. I still have to do elbow and palm, but most of my well,
Are you doing it on
bottom
the
of my
stream?
left arm. No, well,
No.
no, we're not going to do it on stream. We're not going to stream tomorrow. That's what I was
Oh,
saying.
just no stream because of the tattoo. All right, got it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm getting tattooed. I will post video of it and things.
Don't
and
cross
stuff.
the streams.
Bang on, maybe do
Exactly,
some bullshit.
Sure.
And we got something to watch.
And then Wednesday is Drunk News Report, as always. We have a bunch of crazy, insane stuff. And then Thursday is something we've never done before, which is going over targeted citizens and gang stalking. If you've never heard of that, don't bother looking it up. We'll go over all of the insanity of that, and we'll go over.
I don't have the energy to look it up.
Good, and we'll go over what it mainly is, and help with anybody who thinks they're going through it. Let's put it that way.
All right.
So let's go around the table right quick. Brainless, do you got anything to tell us about?
No.
Okay. What would you like to say before we get out of here, dog?
I would like to thank Mango not thank her, sarcastically thank her for bringing a Shani video too early in my day. It's very rare I have to go to my happy place. But she brought that video in quite early. My happy place is no different than Happy Gilmore's happy place.
Okay.
I'd go with the midget on the hobby horse, the fruit machine or the slot machine or whatever you guys call it over there.
Yes.
I don't go with that, but the midget on the hobby horse is great. But thanks, Mango, for your Shani video, early in the day, Shani. Can you not do them late at night so I can sleep it off? Well, yeah, I went to a happy place, and sort of when I watched Shani, I sort of vomit a little, and just think of bad things. I don't know why. I mean, she's Shani for Christ, but yeah,
she is.
I
For
just
Christ's
think
sake.
No. Okay.
Yeah,
Anyways,
elephants and hippopotamuses and just that guy off. What was that film? Weird Science, where he was changed to just that blob of sperm and snot and warts and boils. Yeah, that's a shiny video for me. Yeah, thank you, Mango. I love you lots.
Yes. All right, Al, go ahead and let us know what you want to say before we get the fuck out of here.
Al is not there.
Is it working?
Yeah,
now it is.
Am I here?
Yes, you are now.
I'm trying really hard to be here. Do I get to film my shit or what?
Do it
yes,
now.
Go ahead and do that. Yes.
Okay, I posted a video on the weekend about Obesity Day. World Obesity Day is today.
Yes.
And I knew I would be busy today working and whatnot, so I did the video on the weekend. So if you've seen it, thank you. And if you haven't, please watch it if you have a moment. And if you don't, I get it. People are busy.
Sweet. Well, everybody go over there and watch that. Ollieman, is there anything you want to say before I get the fuck out of here?
Unbox Politics on the Bin podcast. Come watch our videos on YouTube. Become a patron, and you can see our uncut stuff on our patron channel, and you also get Speaking from the Center episodes on there, which is where we get into some real shit. Anyway, so go check out that video right there that I'm just posting. It's an early Ben Shapiro video where we make real fun of him.
Okay, that sounds fun. I'm dropping the link to Al's latest video.
Awesome.
I appreciate it.
Thank y'all very much.
Easy access for everybody.
Here and
thank you, Slim. Thank you, Ollie Dog. And was there anybody else who I forget in the chat?
Thanks, everyone.
I thank everyone in the chat and definitely Slim for putting up with our nonsense. He's the only American here. But
I'm going back to eating. Later, guys.
Yeah. Okay. So here we go as we're getting out of here. Me stapling my junk live on at an event. So here you go. You're welcome, everybody.
Go Slim's junk.
And there you go.